tuned in to All Hustle, No Fear.
Yeah. The Turn Up Kid.
Yeah. Oh, we getting money over here.
Main event. You my favorite.
Stack it, flip it, stack it. Ooh. We getting money, baby. Yeah. Trap rolling on all foes. Yeah. This trap right here do not close. This trap right here never close. Yeah. Pack came in already gone. Pack came in already sold. Yeah. Trap rolling on all foes. Yeah. I'm in the bit with the hoes. I'm the one serving the hoes. Yeah. We hit all my clothes. I'm the one serving the O's. Yeah. The junkie keep swinging the dope. Yeah. Just to my foes. Smoke that weed. Roll of that dose. Yeah. I'm the one with all the pounds. We won't let you come down. Yeah. I should've never put it like that. I should've never did the whole down. Yeah. I should've never gave it that D. I should've never took that P. Yeah. Now the bitch all on me. Asking me for all the weed. Yeah. Hold up. Bitch, fall back. Bitch, don't you ever call back. Yeah. Smashing past on these hoes. What the fuck you nigga call that? Yeah. I'm getting money by all means. Chasing after all these racks. Yeah. Play with my money, you a fool. That can make the thing go click clack. Yeah. You niggas saving these hoes. You niggas breaking the code. Yeah. You niggas ain't 100. You lying. You shaving the loaf. Yeah. You done got crossed by a friend, but I here embracing the foes. Yeah. These niggas acting like hoes, but my trap rolling all foes. Yeah. Trap rolling on all foes. Yeah. This trap right here do not close. This trap right here never close. Yeah. Pack came in already gone. Pack came in already sold. Yeah. Trap rolling on all foes. Yeah. Trap rolling on all foes. Yeah. This trap right here do not close. This trap right here never close. Yeah. Pack came in already gone. Pack came in already gone.
Ain't nothing to be, diamonds on my neck, wrist, I'm colder than a bee, I got money over there, I got pictures over here, man, I'm flexing on these niggas, I can do this all year, bitch, I walk a lit, yeah, bitch, I walk a lit, yeah, bitch, I walk a lit, yeah, bitch, I walk a lit, yeah. Every day I'm lit, hit 'em with the shit. Got a freeze on my neck, got a cool on my wrist, got a bank in my pocket. On my hip is a rock. Get the chick 'cause she jacking. If I get it, then she top. Wow, catch a puppy in your feet. Come and put me this thing. Tell her get litty up with the squad. We turning that back, we going hard. Is that on my body, your trip is out. Popping these bottles, don't care the cops. I'm living my life feeling like a boss. Got too many haters, I wipe them out. Yeah, we are not the same. I do what I want, you do what you can. What you doing, and then I do through the year. I'm all about money, let's get this clear. And my niggas, that's what we get money to. Flexing on niggas like what it do. Falling out through the year like it's nothing cool. Acting like we sound when I can just do. Ain't nothing to be, diamonds on my neck, wrist, I'm colder than a bee. I have money over there, I got bitches over here. Man, I'm flexing on these niggas, I can do this all year. Bitch, I walk a lit, yeah. Bitch, I walk a lit, yeah. Bitch, I for you, get you in the mood. Gon' take off your shoes today, you my little boo. You want quality time, I got that. Diamonds where your wife at. Might just push your top back. You looking like a wife, yeah, and I like that. Stones, fresh bouquet. Might stop for a bite, but no parlay. I'm thinking make it seafood or either JJ's. We can walk through the clouds, just roll with me. Yeah. I like poppin' bottles. She drinking Moscato. Whatever she want is whatever she like. Don't matter the price. I want everything right for my baby. And no else on the highway right past where she drive me so crazy. But yeah, that's my baby.
Yeah, have you ate today? Cause I ain't ate today. You looking like some bananas. I can put you on my plate. Make this shit a dinner day. So roll up this tree here, kosher and dreaded. Oh, and sipping. I said I wrote this for you. Get you in the mood. Gon' take off your shoes today, you my little boo. You want quality time, I got that. Diamonds where your watch at. Might just push your top back. You looking like a wife, yeah, and I like that. Stones, fresh bouquet. Might stop for a vibe and no parlay. I'm thinking they get seafood or either JJ's. We can walk through the clouds, just roll with me. Yeah.
Still up pretty, 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 still up pretty.
It's summertime. It's hot outside, and everybody wants a clean ride. Well, now you can relax while your car gets wet at the Wash Atlanta, 5269 Stewart Mill Road, Douglasville. Now open Wednesday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. at the Wash Atlanta. Tuesdays, appointment only. Just call 404-645-1554. That's 404-645-1554. The Wash Atlanta, 5269 Stewart Mill Road, Douglasville, Georgia.
Money in the bag, ain't no chasing cash. Yeah, you know we got them racks. Yeah. It's money in the bag, ain't no chasing cash. Yeah, you know we built them stacks. Yeah. It's money in the bag, ain't no chasing cash. Yeah, you know we got them racks. Yeah. Count it up, ain't no doubt. I'm about to put about them bucks in a drought. That money still running up. Time to count it, that's where I ain't got enough. No accountant, I can't seem to trust them, bruh. Shit come up missing, no telling what they gon' do to ya. My niggas come through and bust, so don't screw with us. Yeah, we move too clutch, never touch a bottle, but I roll my blunt. Ain't a model, but I'm fit as fuck. We lit, I'm dodo, but they in the cut. Like a rock soft in the bubble up. You ain't touching none. Talk that shit, you ain't with the blood. You don't really bang, you don't touch no guns. Say you with the gang, what you frontin' for? You a corner ball. Make you run to the store, you ain't moving work, you ain't fucking hoes. Why you hating, nigga? Pay you for shit, I'm caking, nigga. I can blame you, boy. Money to the roof. Can see the floor, I'm the living proof. Bitches to my core, had to level up. What I do it for, so my family ain't gotta work no more. Got that money in the bag, ain't no chasing cash. Yeah, you know we got them racks. Yeah. It's money in the bag, ain't no chasing cash. Yeah, you know we built them stacks. Yeah. It's money in the bag, ain't no chasing cash. Yeah, you know we got them racks. Yeah.
These niggas be tryna be like me, tryna get by me. I just survive, see. These bitches be talking so grimy. I just sit back, please don't try me. And if you try me, know that I can get just as grimy. Niggas get scared, they just fall back when they see that I got a little slime in me. And when they fall back, they think I got to call for that. They see my money long, my money strong. That shit talk more stacks. So if you talking more racks, you hear that shit go click clack. And if you speaking money language, know that you gon' get that cuz I'm about my business and I say it with position. Have these bitches out here tripping, cause my money out here giving vaccine to these bitches, cause they think they can't be slipping. Got their heart pumping now, cause they see I'm out here flipping. And if you got me tripping, know that it was all you. Money long, money strong, pretty much is all blue. So if you got me tripping, just know that it was all you. My money long, my money strong, I sold you bitches all blue.
Money in the bag, ain't no chasing cash. Yeah, you know we got them racks. Yeah. It's money in the bag, ain't no chasing cash. Yeah, you know we built them stacks. Yeah. It's money in the bag, ain't no chasing cash. Yeah, you know we got them racks. Yeah.
All Hustle No Fear is turning 3, and we want you to celebrate with us in studio. On August 30th, we're having a live in-studio show here at the Hits 92.3 studios. Special guests, So Official Show Out and So Official Molly's World will be in the building discussing what it's like to be a video vixen, how to get in the entertainment industry, and that model life. Get your tickets, wake up early, and be in the building for this live show and industry mixer. I just want to run my business and do ratchet shit with my friends. That's it.
I just want to run my business and do ratchet shit with my friends. And that's it. That's it. That's it.
You are now tuned in to All Hustle and No Fear with your girl, the Hood Unicorn. Come on, let's go.
Back against the wall, last name against the rope. Middle finger stretched, if you thinking it's a joke. Tell my friend I'm at the blow, 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 at the blow.
Good morning, good morning, how you doing? Good morning, what's up? Who you booing? Said what's up? Hey baby, hey, I said what's up? Wake up with me, hey. Good morning. How you doing? It is your girl Sunshine Reigns, aka Griselda Blanca, aka Uni the Motivator, aka the Party Starter. But you tune in each and every morning because I am your favorite Hood Unicorn, here to wake you up in a positive way each and every day that ends in A. That worked out. It worked out. Somewhere, someone is like, yeah, it made sense, Sunshine. I got it. Good morning. Oh my goodness, it is another great day. We are up here to try to make you, just see the world in a positive light. It's a lot of negative bitches out here walking around. Y'all mad, surly, unhappy, ungrateful, disappointed, disheartened, and everything else. Any other word you can think of that is of negative connotation. But we don't want that for you. We want you to live a happy life. We want you to walk in your greatness. I'm trying to get my IG together. My phone was dead and I had to let it get a little battery. But when I do, I think I got a little bit of motivation for y'all this morning. I got a little something I want to tell y'all. Later on in the day, we're going to be discussing a couple of topics. Hopefully, we have a guest in the building. Mr. Al Music will be in the building with us today. He's going to be my special co-host. Alex is not here today. She had kitty issues. We're moms. It happens. We can't plan when our kids decide to do whatever it is they're going to do or how they're going to do it. So we just go with the flow. And as we go, there I am. All right, now we're up and live and running. As we just go with the flow or whatnot, we roll with the punches when it comes to the kids. So y'all hit up Alex and her DM and be like, hey, fuck them dumbass babies. No, I'm playing. You had to have watched that show to understand, right? All right, so here is my morning not morning motivation, my morning manifesto. I feel like it's been a long time since I've done one of these, but I tend to, get in my feelings sometimes. So here's my feelings. A couple of conversations that I've had with people over the last couple of days, you just listen to, or I've been more intent on listening to not just the words that people are using or the way they're saying it, but tones and body language. I'm just really paying more attention to people and trying to be more in the moment. It's not always easy. A lot of times we get into our phones or we're trying to multitask while we do things. But when it really comes down to it, if you find a way to be able to really pay attention to a person and be intent in the conversation, you'll learn things. One of the things that I'm learning is that a lot of times we use words interchangeably, or as humans in general, we just have this blurred line that we walk. And things can, how do I put this? I can't. I just gotta give it to you. Okay, so like, let's take the word selfish. There's a blurred line when it comes to this word selfish, because you have to have love of self. You have to have self-esteem. You have to be in tune with yourself and care about yourself, advocate for yourself, love thyself. And sometimes in doing that, you will have to put yourself above another person, correct? And so for that person, what you're doing might be selfish, but on your end, what you're doing is for self. And there's such a blurred line, and only the person either walking the line can tell you what that line is, or the person that's being abashed. No, that's not the word I'm looking for. The person who's being the Cheshire person in the situation. It's really weird because, you know, having kids, trying to teach them how to walk that line, you know, talking to a friend of mine and listening to her having to explain to her child, I understand completely that the school system is telling you that you are not supposed to put your hands on another person. But I absolutely agree with you and understand why the hell you punched that girl in the face. It's a weird line that we have to walk daily as people and try to not just walk it honestly, but in our truth. So like, you get information from other people tell you, you know, that baseline of how they might have reacted to something, or how they would have thought or done, or what they would do. And in listening to people, there are many times where I think we have these moments of when I'm in that situation again, I'm going to try to do it the way that person would have done it, so that I see if I can get a better reaction or a different reaction. But in doing that, are you still moving authentically within yourself? See, I'm getting to this place of self-reflection where I'm realizing when it comes to advice or when it comes to counsel, you have to listen to it, but you can't take action on counsel, if that makes sense. See, this is one of those moments when I wish Alex was here, because she can be my buffer to let me know if I'm cultivating this conversation correctly for you to understand it. Because in my head, it makes sense, right? It don't always make sense when it's coming out sometimes. That's why I love Alex. She helps me to bring it out to you guys the way I feel like y'all can eat it substantially. But whatever. Okay, so look, y'all gonna get this meal. Here we go. We expect a person, when we give them, or we hope that a person, when we give them advice, will move the way I wouldn't did it like that. I would have said this. I would have did it this way. And that's right, you would have. But in doing so, I'm not being me. And so the next time something comes up, I can't do it the way you would do it. I have to do it the way felt right for me. I had to say that in my way, my tone. I had to live it in my truth. I think as humans, the need to be accepted on both ends, whether it's the person that you're talking to, trying to get them to understand how they've made you feel, or you're trying to get them to move in a different way or something like that. Whatever your goal is for the conversation, right? You're trying to accomplish something. And at the same time of telling them whatever it is you're trying to tell them to accomplish what you're trying to accomplish, you're also watching them so that you don't hurt them. And it's really weird trying to do that being another person or moving in another person's movements. That's where I'm trying to get to this. I know it, whatever. It was going to get there. Okay. Saying all that to say, as you move around through these next couple of days, I want you to pay attention and be more in the moment. I want you to be more mindful of your reactions that you are causing in other people, and ask yourself, is this what I wanted? Is this the movement that I wanted to make? Is this the action and the reaction that I wanted to get and give? And ask yourself, was the person that you were in that moment authentically you? Like, some of us is walking around here trying to be hot girls. We walking around here trying to be love and hip hop stars, or we're walking around here trying to be Nick Cannons and Gucci Manes. Like, I get it. You look up to that person. And I'm using celebrities, but some of us are walking around trying to be our big sisters or our mothers or our fathers. And is that authentically you? You got to be you. Not who your husband wants you to be, not who your best friend says you need to be, not how you feel like someone else wants you to walk in that light. No, you have to be you. You have to walk in your light, walk in your abundance, and be you authentically. Sometimes your response isn't necessarily a violent response, but you choose that because you feel as though that's what is normal or cute or right. I don't believe that. I don't. I believe whatever your authentic response to things has to come from a place of who you want to be as a person and the character that you want to hold. Like, we don't use the word honor enough, but honor goes very far. You have to ask yourself, is this the honorable thing that I wanted to do or be, or how I wanted to portray myself? Whether it's an honorable husband or an honorable wife or an honorable mother and friend, what does that look like for you? And how do you walk in that authentically? That's where I be at right now. That's what I'm pulling from. At least that's what I'm pulling for, hoping for y'all. It can't always be hee ha ha, y'all. Y'all know how I get when I feel like that, you know? I be like, yay, we have those days. But it's a lot of things going on with people right now that's really kind of getting to me. Like, y'all, and it goes back to what I'm saying about walking authentically within yourself. Are y'all responses to trauma and y'all responses to how people are responding to you really yours, or are they responses that you think you're supposed to have because of something that you've either seen or watched or whatever? Like, I give you, for example, I really feel a lot of y'all are really a lot more violent because you have a gun on you. I really feel like more people feel like they can say how they want to say, do what they want to do, react the way they want to react, because they know in their purse, on their waistband, in their car, they have a gun. But is that really the person that you are? Would you really have responded that way authentically without the weapon to give you more pride, to make you less cowardice? You know what I mean? Like, would you still have been that same person? And there's a lot of people walking around that got toolies on them that ain't necessarily toolie people without it. Would that person still have had that same kind of fight in them if they would have had to fight with their hands, compared to being able to talk shit and then go walk and get a gun and pop off? So a lot of people walking around like they really in some hot girl summer and hot boy summer type shit, knowing that you are an emotional creature and you want to just be loved and held. But you're doing that because the music, the TV, the stuff that you see is giving you this feeling that you have to respond in this way. But that ain't really authentically you. I am not a hot girl summer type of person. I am a relationship person, but I want to be treated and loved on a certain type of way while in a relationship. So authentically me is to work on that, not to just go out and find somebody else to fuck on. That would be a hot girl summer. Y'all got Nick Cannon out here populating the earth. I don't need any of y'all to believe that that is the right thing to do. I don't want any of y'all to walk around feeling as though that it is authentically in your nature to Genghis Khan the world. Not right now. That is not who you should try to be authentically. You might be a man that is searching for someone to love you. Settle down with one person, get a kid, and love them. Don't try to have multiple families and be loved by many. It's unnecessary. Like, y'all be making me itch. Y'all do. And I think that the social media society of it all intensifies it. Y'all watching Blue Dream and Blue Face and Blue Head and Blue Balls and whatever these kids name in these relationships, and y'all getting excited by it because you think this is love. But authentically you know damn well this traumatic, toxic ass relationships ain't where it's at. But because Shade Room and TMZ and whoever else plays it makes it digestible or interesting because they put it in your face all the time. Now you in a relationship like that and you stay because they do or they did, and she gonna get her happy ever after. I'm gonna get mine. Don't live like that. That's not authentically you. That's not the world. That don't move in that action. That's all I'm saying. Figure out what your authenticities are and who you are really as a person, and move and flow within that. And don't be embarrassed by your authentic reactions. Just because a person say to you, oh, I wouldn't have did it like that. Exactly, because there's only one me, and only me can do it like this. There's nothing wrong with taking counsel. Counsel is where somebody informs you of different ways to think, different ideas to explore, different avenues to go down. But when you move in action, your action ain't nothing to do with what they told you. It's a combination of who you are as a person, who you want to live as, and the character you want to have, and their counsel. Y'all weird. Y'all burning up people's clothes. That ain't you. You know damn well you can't spend the night in jail. So why is you tearing up cars and beating up on people and running up on people's houses? Please don't let Blue Dream get y'all in a world of hurt thinking that fighting somebody mama is cute and okay. You can't live authentically through social media and living somebody else's life. I don't know where this came from this morning. I don't know why I had to give it to y'all like this, but this is on my heart. Counsel is counsel. And some of y'all out here telling all your business to the world, and that's not counsel. That's attention seeking. Y'all not celebrities, but you treating your life as if it's something to celebritize, that everybody needs to know about it. Hell, we don't need to know about everything that these celebrities are talking about. But they are celebritizing their lives, and you feel as though you have to do it as well. And we don't. We don't. 3 people. I stand by that. You get counsel from 3 people. Ask 3 people how they would move, what's their perspective. And then you come up with your lane. And you move in that the way you feel comfortable. But if you got to ask more than 3 people, if you got to talk to more than 3 people, if you got to hang up and call another person and start that story all over again, you want attention. That is attention-seeking behavior. That is not counsel. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with attention-seeking behavior. I'm just saying recognize it and understand it as what it is. And know that if you're going to do that, then you need to move in that movement as well. I don't even know what that movement is because I don't like that. You didn't get your email. Check your spam. Because I know I sent it. And I think that's what's up with a lot of folks. They didn't check their spam. Check your spam, please. And then let me know after you check your spam. But that's my motivational message for today. I see a couple people on here. Y'all feeling what I'm saying? Because see, I'm in here by myself. So it's really hard for me to keep, going if I'm not knowing that what I'm saying to y'all feeling and y'all catching it. Because if y'all are, I can expound on it. If you ain't understanding where I'm coming from, if it's kind of like going over your head, don't make no sense for me to keep trying to beat something into your brain that you ain't gonna get. I can go hee hee ha ha and pull up our articles that we're gonna talk about today. You know what I'm saying? Start our music runs. But this is All Hustle No Fear. I am Sunshine Reigns. I come at you each and every morning to give you some positivity, some hope, some love, a little bit of hee hee ha ha's. We talk about current events in the community, but we talk about it from adult perspectives. Why? Because we are grown folks. People call me Frizzle Stern. That's right. I will teach you something, but I will say it in a nasty way. We are up each and every morning from 7 to 10 here to give you a positive way on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. We about to get into our first musical break. If you are a artist and you have some music, you would like us to put it in rotation and promote it across our multiple social media platforms in the many different ways that we do it, whether it's with your music videos, your music, putting it in our commercials, on our stories, and other ways that we promote for you. All you have to do is visit allhustlenofear.com, go to submit my music and send it in. All right. We've got some new music coming up. Actually, we have a song tomorrow that's dropping. He was like, don't drop my music into the 26th because I got a whole thing going on. And I was like, bet, I got you then. I'll be on your side. So I can't wait to do that for y'all tomorrow. But until then, who we got coming up? We've got I'm Blessed by Shy Kira. Later on in the day, we're going to be talking about money. So we're going to be talking about this young man who got put on the record companies and from the metaverse. He was the first virtual rapper. But then it was this whole big thing behind it. And so now he not a virtual rapper no more. It's just a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to be talking about that. What else we got going on? Oh, I really want to touch on this lady that shot her boss and the other guy. I want to touch on that. I think we seeing these from different, the news and the law is seeing it from one perspective, but I think black people everywhere see this from a whole different perspective. Okay. We've got Ask the Hood later on today, because I know you guys love it and we do it every day now. And I've got a new book. So if we get a chance to talk about it, we will. But if we don't, I need y'all to go out and check it out. We're going to start reading this in the book club today. It's Feed the Soul by Tabitha Brown. I absolutely love her. I love this lady's voice. It is so relaxing. Like, she should do ASMR. I bet she would do great with that. So we're about to go ahead and go on our break real quick. This is All Hustle, No Fear. Like I said, we've got Shy Kiera coming up. I'm feeling like some female energy. So I'm going to play some Shy Kiera, and then we're going to bust out a music video or two, all right? And we're going to see what's going on the rest of the day. So y'all stay tuned. This is All Hustle, No Fear. I'm your girl, Sunshine, and we will be back.
J-E-S-U-S, no other name is better. G-O-D, I am blessed. Come on and sing it louder. J-E-S-U-S, no other name is better. G-O-D, I am blessed. Now everybody say I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Say I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Say I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Say I'm blessed. I'll never miss someone who makes me smile for no apparent reason when I'm feeling down. I call on you to be my comforter. I'm your child. You dry my eyes from tears I cry. Never leave my side. Your love ain't like the season or people. It never change regardless of what we do. You treat us equal. Even though I don't see your way out of my situation. Prepare me on a daily, keep me strong. Correct me when I'm wrong. I could have lost my mind. Suicide lost my life. But you gave me more reasons to continue this fight. J-E-S-U-S, no other name is better. G-O-D, I am blessed. Come on and sing it louder. J-E-S-U-S, no other name is better. G-O-D, I am blessed. I wanna thank you for loving me. Roof over my head may not have much, and it humbles me. All it takes is one call of your name, you come running. Even when I'm undeserving, you give it all to me. Struggles I endure, take them away with every little bit of piece of sunshine. Always come through when you're on time. Brighten my day with the best glow. Remind me I'm not alone. Enemies won't steal my shine. Nothing won't stop my grind. Showing out for the 9-9. See, I could have lost my mind. Suicide lost my life. But you gave me more reasons to continue this fight. J-E-S-U-S, no other name is better. G-O-D, I am blessed. Come on and sing it louder. J-E-S-U-S, no other name is better. G-O-D, I am blessed. Now everybody say I'm blessed. I'm blessed. 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 I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed. I'm blessed.
Yeah. Shining. We shining. I don't even need diamonds, no, we blinded, we just shining. Got the sound so sonic. And I don't mean to be honest, but last I checked, I'm rolling with it, set to catch a jet until the next. That's big money, doing big things. Coast to coast, I'm in the Land Rover. That's a big range. All in all, my mama proud of me. She see the big chains. From the rip, my nigga style with me. Yeah, the whole gang. Yeah, you know the name. Who you trying? Yeah. Fuego, lay low, stay high, stay woke. Out in LA, shooting lines, oh nigga, that's ballin'. Yeah. Low Valley, know the set, where I'm from, where I rep, what I do, where I'm at, baby, please don't ask me. Yeah, all these questions and shit. Just hop that ass in the whip, stunting out to the strip. Out in BK, making major moves, cooking up, word to Vic. You know the boy getting sick. Tell me who coded it. At the end of the day, I'ma keep getting this pay. Benjamin's all in the way, took a flight to LA. Photo shoot shot in 4K, then I might lay with your bae. At the end of the day, I'ma keep getting this pay. Benjamin's all in the way, took a flight to LA. Photo shoot shot in 4K, then I might lay with your bae. At the end of the day, I'ma keep getting this pay. Benjamin's all in the way, took a flight to LA. Photo shoot shot in 4K, then I might lay with your bae. At the end of the day, I'ma keep getting this pay. Benjamin's all in the way, took a flight to LA. Photo shoot shot in 4K, then I might lay with your bae. Yeah, I might lay with your bae. Yeah, I might lay with your boo. Baby, what you tryna do? Touchdown, just come through. Yeah, at bitch with the crew. Ayy, yeah, you know how we do. Yeah, out here making moves. Yeah, no time for the snooze. Big money. Yeah, big cars for that big ass. Bounce back when I whip that. Hella loose on the gym black. About to vacate, get my mind straight. Hella sharp when I get back. Couple shows, you can count that. Hella cake off the kickback. Yeah. Stay true from the rip, nigga. How to cleanse out the click, nigga. How to kill off the sip, niggas. How to let go, how to level up, double up to get rich, nigga. Thoughts cross past the rim, nigga. Head high, low brim, nigga. Yeah, I'm good all across the valley. Loon boy ask about me. Cushed up when they found me. Gang, 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 if you niggas trip, you can go and that's about me. Got the crew right behind me. How you niggas gon' stop? At the end of the day, I'ma keep getting this pay. Benjamin's all in the way, took a flight to LA. Photo shoot shot in 4K, then I might lay with your bae. At the end of the day, I'ma keep getting this pay. Benjamin's all in the way, took a flight to LA. Photo shoot shot in 4K, then I might lay with your bae. At the end of the day, I'ma keep getting this pay. Benjamin's all in the way, took a flight to LA. Photo shoot shot in 4K, then I might lay with your bae. At the end of the day, I'ma keep getting this pay. Benjamin's all in the way, took a flight to LA. Photo shoot shot in 4K, then I might lay with your bae.
For your next tattoo or piercing. Studio 219 is located at 1900 Piedmont Road in Atlanta, just 1 mile from the Lindbergh train station. Studio 219 is open Monday through Saturday from 12 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. and closed every Sunday. Book your appointment today by visiting www.studio219ink.com. That's studio219inc.com. Make sure to follow 219 on Instagram for promotions and specials at Studio219ink. Studio 219. Let us fix your creative itch.
I do my main thing. I do everything and beyond. I seem to breathe. Finally, I've been dealing with my own life. Yes, I have. Try and get it with my own eyes. Yes, I have. Pushing like the cold eyes. Like it's 4 then 1. I've been dealing with my own life. Yes, I have. Try and get it with my own eyes. Pushing like the cold eyes. Like it's 4 then 1. In the back, you know I'm on tug. Don't push through the pile on BC like us. Gotta do trust, but these bitches be tough. Most niggas plus, but we knew this enough. Out of your city when trying to get jiggy. I keep like a pimp with a gangster compete. And for the mission, each one of them different. Discipline, shut the fuck up and listen. We reminiscing on things of the past and memories serving the purpose to pass. Follow my dreams where reality lag. Might keep it abstract, but the concept intact. Vision built perfect, these frames had no glass. Just want to reflect it cause life is the claim. On the pain, it don't hurt to be sad. You get off your ass. If they told you that you only had to be yourself, did you follow that one rule? When it's too weak, being truthful, only got yourself. So it's simply don't undo. I've been dealing with my own time. Try and get it out of my mind. Back and forth in word. I've been dealing with my own time. Try and get it with my own time. Back and forth in word. Slide to the city when trying to get you. Get like I'm feeling what a guy can do. How we she's more than five. She's more like my life. When I said these questions all day and all night. Why I do what I do, but I understand it's a bigger picture, so I can't just like you. Quality music.
What's up? All my truckers out there, I need y'all to be tuned in to All Hustle, No Fear each and every morning. We will be in your ear, keeping you awake, making sure you don't roll over that slow ass car in front of you, or you get to your destination safely, okay? Make sure you tune in, leave them lot lizards alone, and listen to All Hustle, No Fear each and every morning for 7 to 10 a.m., waking you up in the best way. All you got to do is download Hits 92.3 ATL's app in the iTunes store or the Android, Google Play, whatever. You know what I'm talking about. Download it and listen. All of y'all CBD 492 Burger 495. Breaker 49, Breaker 49. We've got a hot body on the radio right now, sounding real good, giving us orgasms. Let us go ahead and tune in right now to Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Over and out.
All right, we're back. I don't know what that's talking about. Here, you can stop that. Discard that. All right. Wait. All right. I'm sorry. Hold on. There we go. All right, we're back and we're live. Hey, how you guys doing out there today? So we've got our first story of today. We're going to wait for some other stories when Mr. Al get in, because I want to make sure he hears these stories and gets to talk to us about them. He just told me he's on the way. And it's Atlanta. So you already know what it is. It's traffic. It's definitely traffic. All right. We haven't really talked, but I'm ready to talk about some weeds. Y'all, I get it. We think that weed is legal in places so we can do the things we want to do or whatever. But some of the shit y'all doing is just stupid. And y'all, come on now. Like, let's be smart about some of this stiff. 19 pounds of marijuana found in a man's suitcase at Nashville BNA. 19 pounds? Bruh. In Nashville, Tennessee, a Tennessee man is facing felony drug charges after police found 19 pounds of marijuana stashed inside of his suitcase on Sunday at Nashville BNA. An affidavit states that an officer conducting routine checks of unloaded baggage noticed an odor of marijuana coming from a back roller bag as it came off an aircraft. The officer reported the bag appeared to be brand new and locked in a faint smell of air freshener. According to court documents, the bag, which was flying in from California on a Spirit airline flight, had Ladandrius Evans listed on the name tag. Yeah, he put his name on the tag. And with a name like Ladandrius, Y'all already know. An affidavit states the officer observed LaDandrius Evans, 24, collect the bag from the baggage claim belt and asked Evans if he packed his own bag. The officer states that Evans responded no, and that's when the officer told Evans he believed drugs were in his bag. According to the Metro Police, Evans told the officers he forgot the combination to the bag, but gave consent for the officers to force the bag open and conduct a search. Inside the bag, officials found clothing, 14 vacuum sealed 14 vacuum sealed bags of marijuana concealed in a white hotel style towel. And an affidavit states that the marijuana was weighed and found to be about 19 pounds with the packaging. So if it was with the packaging, it probably was about 14 pounds, because you add all them bags up together, they gonna equal up to about a pound, 2 pounds or so. So he probably had about 16, 17 pounds. He probably didn't have a whole 19, of course. Evans reportedly informed authorities that he had no knowledge of the marijuana inside the bag. However, searching his phone, officers found video evidence of the 24-year-old traveling to California to visit multiple cannabis suppliers and videos of the same marijuana that appeared to be in the bag. Evans was charged with felony possession of a controlled substance with intent to resell. Y'all, I get it. Like, I really, really, really get it. The game is, cannabis, and you don't have to sell drugs. Drugs sell themselves. And there are dispensaries that are doing this shit legally. And I don't understand why me as an individual can't do it too. But bruh, there are ways to move about the country. There are ways to do things, and this is not one of them. Y'all is trying to ride around with the most and do the most. This is just as bad as that man who got caught in the car with 20-something pounds, or the woman who got in the car with 20-something pounds and had enough nerve to have the box say on it, marijuana. And you're black. Like, bruh, what did you think was gonna happen? You're not even gonna get out of jail. There is nothing anybody can do for you. You is going up the chain gang, river run, bruh. Like, we got some comments. Let's see what the comments say. DJ Raise Hell just said, wow. All caps. Wow. Because it's like, come on, bruh. We have to be smarter than this. I know you didn't think that this is how you was going to get away with this. I know you didn't. I know you didn't. Like it's people. Brittany is in jail for literally a vape pen. And yo monkey tail thought you was going to get 19. Spirit? On Spirit Airlines, sir. On Spirit. Sir. And Tennessee has a legal market. Well, they're working on a legal market. DJ Raise Hell typed it twice. That's how much he meant it. I put it up there twice. This is the different one. This ain't even the same wow. This is a different wow. Because what? Really? Really, sir? This is what you thought? Really? All right, here go the next one. So yet another celebrity has gotten into the cannabis game. The cannabis market is set to hit $1 trillion, you guys, and it's not even legal federally yet. What is this market going to be like in, 6-7 years? What is this market going to be like when our children are growing up? Because this is the new gold rush. I was thinking about it the other night, and y'all tell me what y'all think about this, right? We have more millionaires than we've ever had in our country, right? Like, think about it. People are becoming, it's a little boy right now that has become a millionaire off of opening fucking toys on TikTok. Okay, we have more millionaires than we ever had before. Maybe, just maybe, the inflation that's going on right now is because the dollar is not going to mean anything and everybody's going to be a millionaire. Like, wouldn't that be funny if in 30, 40, 50 years that the baseline of poverty is millionaire status? Like right now, poverty level is like what, $20,000 a year or something like that. That's like poverty or below poverty. What if in 40 years the poverty level is $70,000 and that the median income is $1 million? I mean, think about it. With the housing market, it makes sense. You're going to have to be a millionaire to be able to buy some of these houses in about 5 years. Hell, in 6 months, you're going to have to be a millionaire to get some of these houses because it don't make no sense. When apartments, to rent an apartment is $3,000. Do you know what this is starting to sound like? Pesos. It sounded like pesos to me. You go to Mexico and you get 17,000 pesos and it equal up to $1. That's exactly what it sounded like. Am I wrong? Shivy is on here. Am I wrong? Natural Way says we have to get in position for our children now. And okay, here goes Shivy. Shivy said the true poverty level is $35K, and they have not adjusted the poverty level for inflation in over 7 years. Wow, that's like, back to what Raise Hell said. Wow, shawty, wow. He said, Raise Hell said that would be sad because that means we're spending $20 on milk. Yeah, we are. Right now, the cost of gas and the cost of minimum wage is basically the same price. So it costs me what I'm going to make for an hour to get here. Actually, it costs more because if I work 5, 6, 7 miles away, trust me, it's going to cost me more to get here than I'm going to make today. Let's not forget that we got kids, so let's add daycare. And y'all trying to let just random people teach our kids. So now we can't even send our kids to school because we got to be at home to watch our kids be on Zoom school because they got freaking frack in as a damn teacher because Ron has decided you don't have to have the one thing you need to do to be a teacher is to learn. So we not going to teach the teachers the stuff that they need to learn, and we just going to allow them. I don't understand how that, I know I'm supposed to be talking about weed. But I'm so sorry. I don't understand how this is supposed to work. If you are just going to allow anybody to be in the classroom, why you don't take all these stipulations off of teachers and just let the teachers that have learned how to teach kids, just teach them whatever the hell they want to teach them then? Because you here to tell me that somebody who don't have a teaching degree, who didn't go to school to be a teacher, who this is not their profession, that they gonna follow your rules? You really think they not gonna cheat on the teachers? I'm sorry. My bad. That threw me. That threw me. It just, that I don't understand that. Teacher Shivy, I know you have other teachers on your show, but do you ever have parents on your show to just discuss how parents feel about what's going on? Like are we allowed to come on and discuss that we don't understand what y'all like? What, you know what I mean? Because it's some issues that I have as a parent with the school system or with teachers in general that I would love to come on your show and discuss. Like, I got one. How is it that as a teacher, if your kid is in school and somebody put their hands on your kid, you are definitely going to tell your kid to whoop their ass? But as a teacher, you sit up here and tell kids, oh no, don't put your hands on another student. If they put their hands on you, you're supposed to go tell the teacher. My friend right now is going through that with her daughter, where her daughter has been bullied. Like, she was bullied last year, and now she done came to school again, and the bullying has started all the way over, and her daughter just fed up with it. So her daughter tagging anybody that come. Anybody come this way, you put your hands on me, I got something for you. So her daughter keeps getting suspended from school. And this last time that her daughter got suspended, I was listening to what the mother was saying, and the mother said that the assistant principal was like, somebody hit your daughter from behind and she didn't know who it was, so she turned around and just started swinging on everybody. And so my question was, so are we addressing the situation of my daughter being accosted at school? Are we addressing the situation of my daughter being hit from behind? Because it sounds like you are literally punishing the person for defending themselves. I say let her stay in school so that these kids understand they not going to suspend her. She going to keep tagging y'all ass. Like, I don't get it. I am a firm believer. Shivy, everybody keep turning me down with this one, but I promise you, as a parent, I would sign my kid up for it. I believe in it. I think it's a good idea. From junior high up to high school, there needs to be a gym class. Boxing need to be a gym class. And anytime, did I get it? No. Anytime two kids have an altercation or they want to get into a fight with each other or they got beef or whatever, they need to get in the ring. Don't be a coward. Don't do this shit behind my back. Come step up to me, say what your beef is, and learn how to do this the right way. Oh, we can make this into an educational course. We can learn the correct way to box. We can work out before we have to do it, all that kind of stuff. We can sign off on it and everything. But to be perfectly honest with you, as a parent, I'd rather sign off for my kid to fight they bully in a ring during PE than my kid to get into a fight in the lunchroom and hit their head on the lunch table, or for my kid to get in a fight in the bathroom and get and mess around and hit a kid and kill the kid in the bathroom or whatever, or the kid that got killed. But these kids have anger issues. And as I started at the beginning of the show saying, we are not moving authentically within ourselves. We are moving the way we feel as though society thinks or deems is right. You got people walking around here that's 10, 11, 12 years old acting like they supposed to be having a hot girl summer. You got little kids up here walking around here acting like, yeah, my head itch, bruh. Like, yes, Teacher Shivy, I would love to be a guest on your show. I would love to be a guest on your show as a parent, because I think sometimes y'all setting parents up to not teach their kids because of how y'all want the school system to run. And I get it. We don't want kids coming to school stabbing and fighting and beating up on each other and everything else. But you can't sit up here and say, don't be a bully or no bullying. But then when somebody is being bullied, you don't do anything about it. And then you get the bullyee in trouble for standing up to their bully. That don't make sense, because when you become an adult, case in point, this young lady who just shot her boss and her coworker, they were bullying her. I'm not going to get into it because I'm going to wait till Al get here, because I promise you we're going to get in that conversation. Anyways, okay, my bad. We were supposed to be talking about celebrities. Here we go. Chris Webber has launched a players-only cannabis brand with strain collaborations from Quavo, Raekwon, and more. Chris Webber has announced the official rollout of a players-only cannabis lifestyle brand he co-founded with business partner Lativia Willis. The 49-year-old Hall of Famer formally announced the launch on Thursday and shared some insight into his overall vision for the multi-million project. Players Only is more than a cannabis brand. It is a lifestyle brand, Webber said in a statement. We truly have a unique opportunity to change the narrative around cannabis, empower rising entrepreneurs, and set new standards with this growing industry. We're thrilled to launch our versatile offerings and begin the process of creating meaningful economic change in communities across Michigan. Shout out to Tara Send and Gage, our Michigan family, and so much love to Cookie and Burner. Let's go. Players Only will offer a wide range of products, including cannabis flower strains, all natural oil cartridges, pre-rolls, vapes, as well as branded apparel and footwear. How is this any different from the niggas I know that's doing it? I know 8 people right now that's doing this same thing. But because they don't have millions of dollars backing them, they not going to be able to do it on a legal level that this person is being able to do it. Here I come. Y'all, what we about to go ahead and do is go to a break real quick. I'm about to go ahead and let my guest in so we can get started with that conversation. Y'all let me know how y'all feeling about what I'm saying, all right? DJ Raise Hell said they kept telling me to stop beating up my bullies. I did, though. Yeah, I did it. Hell yeah, beat they ass. I say, if you got a bully messing with you, I am the first one to say, you thought I was the one, but I thought you were. Hey, here, this is I Thought by OG5. We'll be right back.
You know what they say, man. Hey, man, that's what the fuck you get for thinking, right? Yeah, I thought that this was shit. I thought, fuck, I thought that this was, man, I thought that this was, fuck, I thought, I thought that this was love. Fuck, I thought that this was shit. I thought that this was love. Yeah, I thought that this was shit. I thought that this was love. Yeah, I thought that this was, man, I thought that this was love. Now I'm reaching for my, he got me looking for my gun. Yeah, I'm looking for my, he got me reaching for my gun. Cause I thought that this was, fuck, I thought that this was love. Yeah, I thought that this was, man, I thought that this was love. Yeah, I thought that this was, yeah, I thought that this was love. Yeah, he thought I was a lame when he pulled off with that bitch. Yeah, he thought it was a game till I pulled up with this stick. Yeah, he seen I was insane when I emptied out the clip. Man, I thought that this was, fuck, I thought that this was love. Yeah, I thought that this was, man, I thought that this was love. Now I'm reaching for my, he got me looking for my gun. Yeah, I'm looking for my, he got me reaching for my gun. Man, I thought that this was, fuck, I thought that this was love. Yeah, I thought that this was shit. I thought that this was love. Now I'm looking for my, he got me reaching for my gun. Yeah, I'm reaching for my, he got me looking for my gun. Yeah, he thought I was a lame when he pulled off with that bitch. Yeah, he thought it was a game till I pulled up with this stick. Yeah, he seen I was insane when I emptied out the clip. Man, I thought that this was, fuck, I thought that this was love. Yeah, I thought that this was, man, I thought that this was love. Yeah, I thought you had my back like that Vicky Brawl strap. But you forgot about the trap. You forgot I held your work. You forgot I held your strap. You forgot I had them plugs. And you forgot I held your cap. How the fuck you forget that? I turned that 3 into that 5. You turned that 5 into whatever. Ever flip with a nigga, then he run off with the cheddar. Had the nigga up and leave when he get to doing better. Same nigga in the sack. Can't nobody get it wetter. He turned a beauty to a beast. Give a fuck about whoever. Yeah, I'm all up in your bank. Turn your nigga to my teller. Yeah, she bad and she clever. Plus she thick and she yellow. Yeah, I thought that this was love. Fuck, I thought that this was shit. I thought that this was love. Yeah, I thought that this was shit. I thought that this was love. Yeah, I thought that this was, man, I thought that this was love. Now I'm reaching for my, he got me looking for my gun. Yeah, I'm looking for my, he got me reaching for my gun. Cause I thought that this was, fuck, I thought that this was love. Yeah, I thought that this was, man, I thought that this was love. Man, I thought that this was love. Yeah, I thought that this was love. Yeah, he thought I was a lame when he pulled off with that bitch. Yeah, he thought it was a game till I pulled up with this stick. Yeah, he seen I was insane when I emptied out the clip. Okay, I thought that this was, fuck, I thought that this was love. Yeah, I thought that this was, man, I thought that this was love. Now I'm reaching for my, now I'm reaching for my gun. Yeah, I'm looking for my, he got me reaching for my gun.
Right, we back. What's up? This is All Hustle, No Fear. Where are my comments? And why can't I get rid of this comment? Whatever. I tell you, It's always something, ain't it? It's always something. What's up? What's up? What's up? We are back. We're back. We're back. I am your girl, Sunshine Reigns. This is All Hustle, No Fear. And my guest is in the building, and I'm absolutely positively happy about that because I've been trying to get this person in on the show for a while now. The main reason is because he has a fucked up way of thinking, and I absolutely love it. So you got to understand something. It's multiple people out here in this world that sometimes, just sometimes, you want them to have a fucked up way of thinking. Okay. And the reason why is because it's too many people out here who don't live authentically within themselves. And so they lie to you about how they feel about things or what's really on their mind, or you know what I'm saying? Or they're trying to say things so that they don't hurt your feelings, or because as my guest would say, they trying to get coochie, or you know what I'm saying? Whatever the different reasons are. But this particular person loves to call it out how he sees it, loves to be authentically himself. And not only that, he play music that I like. He got good music and he artistic and shit. This is Mr. Al. Hey, Mr. Al. How you doing? Wait, I got applauses. There they go. Hey. What's up, Al? How you doing today?
Man, I'm good, man. I'm good.
I got you up early in the morning.
Oh, man, I'm up anyway.
I know. That's why I asked you to come on my show, because I knew you would already be up from the way you be texting. And
I'm trying to get coffee in and all that.
Man, look, so if you don't follow Al on social media, on Instagram, it's Mr. Al Music with the ZK, right? With a Z?
ZK, yeah.
Okay, now, pronounce your name on Facebook.
Kaiser Sose.
Okay, that's what I thought it was, because the T is silent. Now look, if you don't know who Kaiser Sose is, go ahead and explain to the Percocet babies who Kaiser Sose is, because only us crack babies know.
Right, there used to be a movie out called The Usual Suspects back in the 90s, and it had Kevin Spacey in it. And he was like with this clique of people that was doing this little heist or whatever, and he kind of played them like he was slow, like something was wrong with him, like he was crippled and all that shit. But at the end, like once everybody, he kind of double-crossed, triple-crossed everybody because he took advantage of the fact that they thought he was slow.
Mm-hmm.
So at the end of the movie, he done told him his name was Kaiser Sose. And, you know, one of the lines out of there was the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world that he didn't exist. And at the end of the movie, you see him kind of walking off. He got like a crippled walk, you know what I mean? And then the more and more he walk, he started walking regular. And he goes, and you know, it just fades out like that. So
but then you see stuff on the wall and start realizing
that all this time he was playing everything.
He was playing
Yeah, so I took the name Kaiser Sose because I'm not always what I seem.
Yeah. I could definitely see that about you. So let's first start off with how we came into each other's presence. I basically learned about you through Bonfire. From my aspect, when I was at Bonfire, I was doing recon. I was doing recon. I would be sitting up there. I know y'all thought I was just, fluttering around and everything, but I was watching how people moved, how people walked, who talked to who was doing everything. I knew immediately Mo was somebody important.
Yeah.
Because he moved too fucking fast.
Rest in peace to Mo, man.
Long live Mo. Mo moved way too fast.
Yeah,
I remember that night I saw Mo with that machete. I was like, okay, I want to know who you are.
Yeah, you see Mo zip.
Right.
Zip. He always on the move, man.
I
Trying
knew,
to make sure everything stayed,
Right. I knew Flex was somebody because he was always in the car and he would just always be sitting there watching. He never moved fast until some shit happened and went down. Then you saw Flex move quickly. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, he tried not to, be
he's
that person.
He's very incognito.
All seen and all that.
Yeah,
if you know him, but if you don't, you know what I mean?
You don't. He's no, and he'll tell you, I'm no one.
Right.
I'm no one, but he's literally the puppet master, right? Then you got Terry.
My nigga Shice.
We both.
My nigga Shice.
You got Shice. We don't. He's the nigga with the mic. Terry's definitely gonna be seen. Terry's definitely gonna be heard. You know Terry got a hand in anything that he got a hand in, and Terry's gonna let you know that he is that nigga.
Now, you know, fun fact with Terry, Terry was the first person to put me on radio.
Really?
Yeah, he used to have this he has had a show called Hip Hop and Politics. And like me and Terry used to talk all the time, and he'd be like, bro, you a wild nigga, man. So I'm like, I'm not wild. It's just I don't live within this confinement of thinking that most people do. So, you know what I mean? I'm going to call a spade a spade. If it don't look right, I don't care who invested in it, who, you know what I'm saying, who's tied to it emotionally. It don't look right.
It don't look right.
So he was like, you know what? Al, I want you to come do my show, man. You know, I think that'd be dope, man. And you know what I mean? And then the instrumentals was the DJ on the show. So
and then his wife was on there as well.
Yeah.
And I think it was one more person, right?
Right. And my first show was like right after the it was the shooting down in Florida with the young boy. Not Trayvon, but
with George Zimmerman. No, that was Trayvon Martin. The one with the music too loud. No.
The young man they left in the streets, man. It's sad that we got to try and go down the list.
We got to go down the list of people they done killed.
My man, that big dude, Michael something, man. They left him in the street for like
Michael Brown.
Yeah, Michael Brown. They left him in the street for like 3-4 hours, and like my first time doing the show was like shortly after that, and I had this song called Black Lives Matter. Like before, it was a thing to say that, and it was crazy at the time, and like the commentary, like I had a lot of people upset, but I'm like, look, man, I mean, I'm gonna call a spade a spade. Like certain things, you know what I mean, you can prevent, certain things you bring on yourself. You know what I mean? You just got to know the climate of society and the climate of the area you in, you know what I mean, at all times, because that one time that you decide to buck or to, you know what I mean, not saying morally, but the one time you just overstep where you think you at, you know what I mean? And it can cost you.
It can. One of the things that I was saying, or I was bringing up at the beginning of the conversation today, was that I think our social society, and meaning the social media, the fake world that we live in, has a lot of people living and walking in an unauthentic reality. Meaning you're walking around thinking you really are living a hot girl summer, but let's be honest, you can't deal with what goes with being at a hot girl summer. You are a monogamous motherfucker, and be that person. It is okay to be that. You know what I'm saying? You walking around like guns. Yeah. Kemp done gave everybody access to a gun in Georgia. If you don't know, you do not have to go through any kind of talking. You don't have to wait 48 hours. You don't have to make sure that you is not short bus ready. Like any and everybody can get a damn gun. And that's exactly what has happened. So now you have people who wouldn't get into a verbal argument with you feel extremely strong and powerful because they got a blam blam.
But you know, I mean, like I kind of, with me, like growing up a lot of different places, especially like back and forth between Detroit and Chicago, like being in the Midwest in the 90s and all, and seeing all that was going on then, like it was definitely a shift. This is another phase of that shift, you know what I mean? Because I remember a point in time where, you know what I mean, if you felt disrespected, the other person felt disrespected, y'all not seeing eye to eye, y'all find, you know what I'm saying, the space and time to duke it out, you know what I mean? And that be that. You know what I mean? But then I remember a shift like towards the late 90s where people stopped throwing hands and it was way more violent. Like it wasn't, the violence wasn't just limited to like drug dealers and
anybody
and
can
all
get
of that. Yeah, it was like anybody, like, you know what I mean? You get to fighting at the skating rink, somebody gets shot. You know what I mean? You fighting at the movies.
Now it's I wish you Karen would.
Yeah, so like now
it's definitely a race war.
Wild West.
Yeah,
it's the Wild West. But you know, for me looking at it, I always kind of perceived like the South would be looser with gun laws. You know what I mean? Because there's the stigma that there's more easy going down here. People just kind of more polite, what they call the Southern hospitality and all of that. But you know, one thing I know about, you know what I'm saying, rednecks, they love their guns. You know what I mean? So, and one thing I know about, you know what I'm saying,
They like their beer
hood
too.
niggas, they love their guns too. You know what I mean? So when you give them both the opportunity to go get guns, you just creating a powder keg, you know what I'm saying? It's just waiting to explode, and that's
And
what we
it's
see.
hot, and we broke, and we mad. It's just a yeah, you like you said, it's just a powder keg. It's just a powder keg.
Tick time bomb.
Before I go into our topic, I want to talk more about you. Okay.
Right.
So
Uh-oh.
I want to talk more about you. So how would you describe yourself? Because if someone was asking me, do you know Al? The first word that would pop in my head would be Renaissance man. I believe if you were around in the 40s and the 50s, if you were around in Harlem, you would have been the epitome of a Harlem Renaissance
I'd have
man.
been bootlegging, shining shoes.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
So
Painting.
I mean, look at what you have on. Your
shoes.
shoes are your shoes, right?
Yeah.
Those are your design.
Yeah.
Your jacket is your design, your creation. So who is Mr. Al? What are you?
I mean, if I had to put one label on it, I would just say a creative. You know what I mean? Like I don't limit my creativity to just one aspect. It's a lot of different things. Like, you know what I mean? Even with like the way I do things online, like it's a certain way I do it. Like it seems random as hell, but it's actually me crafting and testing joke material. You know what I'm saying? I'm also I'm tapping into people's consciousness and seeing where they at. Like, are these the type of people I can say this to? If I go in a different room, you know what I mean, and I bring this same thing up and I say this, what reaction am I gonna get? Because most of it is genuinely how I feel, and then a lot of it is just to, you know what I'm saying, it's to gaslight people, and people instantly just jump their ass out there.
And that's why I like following you, because I think
and
me and you do the same thing.
They want to argue with me, and then I don't like that.
And we just over there laughing, just typing like.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, y'all
you.
really, you know what I mean? But as far as like everything, it's just like me being creative. Like with the clothing, I was inspired to do that by somebody that I saw. Like certain people can tell you things, and you'll be like, yeah, nigga, whatever. You know what I mean? But I watched this person do it. You know what I mean? I saw the money they was making, and I saw the passion, and they also made music. And I was like, And he just sat me down one day and was like, bro, you got a big ass gun, son. And you just need to aim higher. Like you busting at the dust at your feet with a Desert Eagle. Why don't you lift it up and see how far it can go? What you can hit that's way down there that you wouldn't think. And you know, it's few and far in between when you smoking with somebody and they have a prolific moment and you don't just brush it off. But then I thought about who was saying this to me and what he was doing and what he's doing now. And I was like, you know what? Yeah. And I had an album cover that I had designed. And I was like, you know what? As far as art, this is where I see art going. Like based on the cartoons I was watching, based on the artwork I was seeing being painted around the city and all of that, I was like, yeah, this is where art is going. So I took that logo and I put it on a t-shirt and I wore it to Bonfire one night. And everybody was stopping me like, what is that? What is all that on there? Like, what the? And I realized not only because it didn't have words, most people that have a clothing line, you see they words plastered all over their, you know what I mean, materials, and they, you know what I mean? But I didn't want words to be, you know what I mean, the thing. I wanted the art to be the conversation starter. You know what I mean? Whether it was where'd you get that, who designed that, what is that? You know what I mean? I knew it was gonna start conversations, and I realized that symbolism was way more powerful than words. Like if you see a Nike symbol, you don't got to know that's a Nike product. You know that's them. You know what I mean? So when you see this, you know that's me. Like you can't see this nowhere else. You can try to duplicate it. You can try, but you're not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen. Same thing with the music. Like you can try to do what I do, but I'll jump in your lane and run circles around you and do still what I do and what I like to do. But I'm gonna do it just to show you that you're not that. You know what I mean? So I kind of approached all of my art with that same level of confidence and just streamlined focus. Like I couldn't So when I do get to joking and you know what I'm saying, fuck with people like that's me being happy. So when people can't take the joke or they try to ruin it and come in, well, you know, your life is miserable. Like, you don't even know me. Like, how you know my life miserable? Like 3 months ago, I just seen you talking about God and your babies and you need help. And,
Here you go.
And all this.
Here you go.
Now you want to attack me because I hit you on a post that says something about poor women. Okay, poor men get attacked every day. But the minute I say that, you, man, please, man, I was them little cockeyed kids, you bald-headed grandma, and daddy on probation. Man, leave me alone, bro, because I'm not going to play with you tonight.
So with you saying that you like to basically poke the bear, you like to gaslight, you like to push the envelope, are you a comedian? Would you call yourself a comedian? Or
I feel like I'm a realist. You know what I mean? I just feel like I'm a realist because if you ask me, don't be prepared for me to support your opinion. You know what I'm saying? Don't, even if we cool, like that's where I think I bump heads with a lot of people is like, even if we cool, like if you ask me something, don't expect me to just be like, oh yeah, well, yeah, that's cool. That's wrong because you're my friend. Like, no, I'm gonna be like, dog, nah, you might have screwed the pooch on that one, fam. Like, sounds a little, you know what I'm saying? Iffy, sounds a little shaky, you know what I mean? Like, if it's a female, I'm like, well, it sounds more like, you know what I'm saying? You might be overcompensating for something. You might have some type of abandonment issues. You might want to spend some time with yourself or, you know, the spiritual community, shadow work or whatever. If it's a dude, hey, bro, you might be being a little insecure about this.
So how do you feel about that where we are right now as far as women and men? It's a lot of Grand Rising Queen, and it's a lot of you know, just don't put your head down.
The most annoying thing that you can say to me, the most annoying shit you can say to me is Grand Rising King. And it's not because
I promise you I'm gonna hit you tomorrow.
And it's not because I don't believe in myself as a, you know, you gotta believe in you. Like people be like, you believe in yourself, Al? Like, yes, but that's not how you talk. Like, I've watched you order a 10-piece wet with lemon pepper sprinkles, and you was in there, hey, let me get a so I'm not finna no, you're not finna Grand Rising King me because I know that's not how you talk to everybody. I know that's not how you, like, I could tell by your aura and how you just emit your energy that that's not who you are. Now, some women I can accept that from because I know that's genuinely who they are.
Okay,
You know what
so
I mean?
you're okay.
I'm basing it on my perception of their authenticity in the moment.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if, like,
so you're saying, like, if somebody like Fun, I Love Fun, hit you up and
I'll
was
take
like
that from
Grand
Fun.
Rising,
I will take that every day of the week
from fun.
Right, but I'm not finna take that from the stripper at Pals.
Okay.
You feel me? Like, there's no Grand Rising. Grand Rising what? Man, go ahead, man. Because then if I started asking you about the 42 laws of Ma'at and started asking you about Alec Boulan and Kemet and all of that, then you don't want to jump in that conversation with me. You want to stay on the ignorant route. So let's not High Morning King or none of that.
You had me at the 48 laws, and then you said who? What?
Alec Boulan, the original, you know what I'm saying, name that the African people have for Africa.
I need to write that down because I thought you was going to go to the 48 laws of power. I read that one.
Nah, there's 42 laws of Ma'at. Ma'at was a concept of peace. You know what I'm saying?
Wait, I've heard of that.
Right, so
I haven't read it.
So when someone come to me with like I said, Kaiser Sose, I'm not what I seen. I'm well studied. You know what I mean? But I'd rather keep it light with the people that need to keep it light. You know what I'm saying? Even in the book, the Bible, it says, "Cast not thy pearls before swine, lest they turn and trample you." That means don't give something precious to someone that cannot appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? Even in regular natural life, we don't see a person give a baby steak. Even if you chew it up and give your child steak, you're gonna make your baby sick because their body is not ready to handle that. They can't break it down. They can't digest it. So you don't give a baby steak. That's how I take it when somebody say Grand Rising King to me and I know you ratchet as hell. Like, don't do that, because then if I start giving you steak and start treating you like a person that should say that and I hold you to that moral standard, you're gonna not like me. Because then you're gonna think I'm being critical of you. You're judging me. No, you said Grand Rising, cool. So then you understand your walk, Queen. Cool. So then I'm gonna communicate with you on that level. Every time I see you step outside of that, I'm gonna call you on it. Now I'm a nuisance. Just say good morning.
That's exactly why I like following you, because listening to you catch folks.
Just say good morning.
Be the funniest shit ever. So if you are on Facebook, first of all, let me say this. He definitely is Kaiser Sose in the sense of his social media. You're not going to get the same thing on all the social media accounts.
Nah.
On Facebook, he is a completely different person than what he is doing on Instagram. As a matter of fact, you're not really an Instagram person.
I mean, you know, I'm gonna tell you what it is.
Like, you don't cross my Instagram as much as
whichever platform I'm not restricted on is gonna that's usually how it go. Like, I always end up on a restricted platform to where it's like I get put in Facebook jail so much that I had to start expanding my vocabulary in order to not get flagged for certain words. Like, I had to start saying rotunt instead of fat. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, because when I would say that, it wouldn't necessarily be a person, but the algorithm would flag me for body shaming. You know what I'm saying? When I'm like, damn, you can't say somebody fat no more. Like, all
right, so we're just gonna go over a couple of Mr. Al's posts on his Facebook real quick, just so y'all can see what I mean.
You can go right to the top pinned post, and that's my disclaimer for everybody.
No, I'm not doing it that way. Here's one from 15 hours ago. It says, so y'all be fucking y'all homegirls. That makes so much sense now.
It does. It does.
As I'm thinking about this, I get what he's saying. Y'all got girlfriends out here who's giving y'all bad advice. They trying to stop you from being with y'all man and everything else. Maybe because your tongue action is too good for her to let go of.
I mean, I believe that there are a lot of secret friendships that have gotten intimate. You know what I'm saying, on the female side of things. You know what I mean? I just, based on experience, women I've been around that are from different types of backgrounds.
Well, I ain't had none of them friends.
You probably do, but they just probably don't. They like, a lot of the time they don't want to ruin the friendship. So
ruin my friendship.
It's the same kind of, you know what I mean? It's the same kind of energy. Like I've dated women that have told me, like, yeah, that's my homegirl. Like, we got drunk and messed around, and it's like, yeah, okay, cool. I mean, and once I started noticing that, and I started seeing like a shift in the power dynamic between how women started acting towards men, like, I realized like the aggression levels in social situations that don't require aggression started becoming higher and higher. And I know women are passionate. So if you have a woman that's in a situation with her friend and they've crossed that line and it's been romantic, they're going to be more than just friendly. You know what I mean? They're going to ingratiate themselves in that person's lifestyle, personally and on a friend level. You know what I mean? Some of your friends don't know everything about you or know everything you've been through or going through. But when that intimacy line is crossed, that's different. And you know what I mean? Especially amongst two women, two emotional beings that are going to share their, you know what I'm saying? So yeah.
Okay, hold on. See, now look, y'all men be killing me always talking about women are emotional, but men are extremely emotional.
No, I'm not saying like emotional. I'm just saying like that's the way that process that, like, I feel like that's the way that psychologically information is processed or things are taken in from a female perspective. It's going to be taken in emotionally and then logically processed. You know what I mean? Versus men, it's going to be taken in logically and then emotionally processed. That's why if you meet a man at an emotional level while he's trying to think, he's going to immediately dismiss that because that's not appealing to the way he's receiving information at that time. But if you take it down a notch and then explain something and then say how it makes you feel, a man is going to have no choice but to see it. He may not agree with it, but he will see it. You know what I mean? It'll be heard. So, and that also goes in the reverse with male aggression. If two men can no longer reason with each other, what happens?
They become aggressive.
And that's an emotional response to a lack of logic.
And that's where war comes from.
Boom. Females do not do that way. You can see a female that's completely not involved in an aggressive situation and become aggressive because of that, based on how she processed what she's visualizing emotionally. This woman could have stole from this man and shot his son and all of that, but if he's jumping on her in public and you're a woman and you see that, you're going to emotionally respond to that. You're not going to logically think, well, what did she do to make him do? You know what I'm saying? But that's also a place where
You're
you can
not
slide.
wrong.
That's a place where you can slide comedy in, is because the irony of those type of interactions. That's where some of my comedy comes from, and some of my commentary comes from. Like with the guy that
Queen on here talking about talk your shit, Al.
like with the guy that got beat up, that beat up the lady at the Spirit thing, because she you didn't see that? It was a little video going around about the little Spirit gate employee.
Oh yes.
And they was like, well,
okay,
was
so
he
let's
wrong?
talk
I was
about
like,
that.
well,
no. Okay, now see, watching that, I had two feelings on that. One, she gonna go to jail for a hate crime, y'all. If y'all don't know that lady they gonna find a way to get that lady on a hate crime. She said way too many words. She said way too many trigger words. The alphabet crew is going to make sure that lady get pulled up on a hate crime.
I don't think so.
Did you hear what she said?
Yeah.
I think
She was throwing F-bombs all
she
over
was
the
throwing
place.
F-bombs all the way around.
And I mean, I get it, but you know what?
Now, what I did not like, I felt where he was coming from. But this is something that you see people do that I am totally against. Do not sit up here and tell me to leave you alone, but advance. And that's what he was doing. He kept telling her, get out my face, leave me alone, but he was advancing towards her while doing that. So you're telling me your mouth is saying one thing, but your body language and your body is doing another thing. And so that's when she responded. She responded because he kept saying, leave me alone, get away from me, you all up in my space. But he kept coming closer.
But
and then she
I'm also
hauled
thinking
off
like, yeah, but see, the thing
and
is,
hit him.
The thing is,
And she was
like,
dead wrong. She shouldn't have put her hands on him.
I feel like that, but see, that was like a
Damn,
that was like a
tackled her
shift.
ass.
Yeah, he definitely played ball when he was younger. That rolling recovery was textbook lineman maneuvers. You know what I'm saying?
He did.
My boy was definitely a middle linebacker.
His
you know
dad
what
was
I'm saying?
definitely like, nah, man, we gonna get this out of him. He'll be all right.
Right, everybody that played ball with him was like,
football.
Dio still got it. Look at But nah, like I feel like that was the tipping point in that interaction too. But then I'm looking at it like, okay, basically she had to be put off of a plane.
Yeah, something.
So
definitely.
she had to be put off of a plane, and I'm not sure if his job was just to get her out of the gate area, and that's why he was advancing. And then that's my line of understanding with it. Then I feel like she did not decide to get physical until another man stepped in, and at that moment, I feel like she had a boost of confidence in thinking that she would be protected in that moment. Should she got physical with him just one-on-one, it would have been different. So,
and that goes back to that not living authentic.
That's going into not being who you really are. Like,
exactly.
Because if I know some females that they don't need nobody to step in between them. They gonna haul off the hip joint. You know what I mean? But not saying that that's okay, but they being who they are.
Right.
You know what I mean? They being who they are. And most of those women like that gonna tell you, hey, bro. You know, hey, leave me, because they do it just like a violent man would. Hey, bro, listen, I'm gonna tell you now, I'm gonna put my hands on you. Go ahead on. You know what I mean? If I gotta leave, I gotta leave. Just let me get X, Y, Z.
And you could tell she wasn't about that life because of the way she hit him. It
was like a little sister behind her big brother. Like she reached around like, yeah, I got you.
And he just needed a reason.
And
That's the other thing too. Sometimes you can see somebody being a soldier girl, and if you see somebody being a soldier girl, you let soldier girl be a soldier girl. Sometimes you got to give somebody well enough room to a whole lot of leave alone. If somebody want to use you to go viral, sometimes you just got to give them a whole lot of leave alone and move on out the way. Because now this man done lost his job, everything else, but he just needed a reason.
Well, he got suspended. He's not fired.
Oh, okay.
He got suspended.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
And
the lady was arrested because the police, based on what they viewed, they deemed her the aggressor.
And she needs a hate crime charge.
You know what I'm saying? But
she called him a nigger with an ER.
Yeah.
And she called him I don't even like saying that word.
I mean, in this case,
so hard for me to say that word.
It's not for me.
It is. It's so hard for me to say that word now. Like that word is hard for me to say. Like fucking was hard for me to say when I first started having coitus.
Well, the reason that's not those Sheldon Cooper words.
When I first started having sex, you could not say we fucking.
I mean,
it was always making love.
Let's see that like the word moist makes me more uncomfortable than the F-bomb. You know what I'm saying?
I love that word.
You know what I'm saying?
Why don't y'all, every time somebody says the word moist, I automatically see a fork and a piece of cake. Why does the word moist mess with y'all?
Because I'm a pervert by nature. So when I hear it, it's like my mind, you could be talking about something that has absolutely
Duncan
the
Hines.
furthest thing. Let's see, now you talking about Duncan, and then you can, you know what I'm saying? No. Like, it got to be something completely disassociated. Like, I went to the job site today. We were putting up drywall, and somehow the drywall got moist. You know what I'm saying? Overnight. You know, now that even then, if I was the guy, if I was one of the subcontractors, I'd be like, he said moist. Like, so but I know a lot of people that don't like that word.
They don't. I almost got fired from a job because I was fucking with my boss. Don't tell me you don't like that word, bro. I'll say I will find a way. He was like, Sunshine, I will make you clock out. Please don't.
Yeah.
I was like, you over here getting moist about it? he was mad. Okay, so look, here go another one from you.
This is disturbing.
When a female calls herself a demon or any other extremely ghetto euphemism, shout out to you for spelling euphemism, right? I know right then she lacks the intellect and class to be in my presence for longer than 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Who the F raising these hoes with the Z? So
what?
What's the difference between a man calling himself a dog?
I don't advocate for that either.
Okay. All right. Good. Okay. So okay.
I mean, if that's what you are, authenticity. If that's what you are, then be the best demon you can be. You know what I'm saying? Go be the best demon you can be. Hoorah, motherfucker, you and just be the best demon you can be. But if I know that you be sitting there crying late at night playing with your coochie because you're alone and you know what I'm saying? That's not demon behavior. That is not demon behavior. I've seen demons and I've been in the presence of them. Demons hunt souls. Demons don't sit there and cry because there's no soul available tonight. They'll get their ass up and go find them a soul.
Oh, God.
Because that's what a demon gonna do. In the same way that if you a dog, I ain't seen no lonely dog. You can only leave a dog outside, but for so long before he figure out how to get through that fence and get to what he need to get to, especially if that dog in heat, he's gonna go hump. So if you're not a man that's always trying to go hump, then don't describe yourself as a dog just because Boosie said it. You know what I'm saying? Don't describe yourself as a demon just because one of these female rappers said they a demon. Because that's not that. Now, if you on demon time, that's different. Cool. But if you're not a demon, because I'm going to put you in a room with a demon.
And see what happens.
And see how you fold like wet tissue. You're going to ball up and get moist. You know what I'm saying? So, and most of them going to fold. I've seen it with my own two eyes. Like, I know a demon when I see a demon. And sometimes the ones that say Grand Rising are also demons.
So just okay, let me ask you this, just in case someone's listening, they getting moist. Are you single?
It's complicated.
Okay. All right. Well, with them Facebook posts. So being in a it's complicated situation, right? Because I haven't been single for 11 years now. I haven't had to ride this whole Grand Rising, good morning, beautiful wave. I wasn't a part of that whole social media liking of pictures and things like that. With dating the way it is now, right? What are you? I don't like asking that question. What are men looking for? Because every man looking for something different. What would you say you and your group of peers that you have had intellectual conversations with, what is it that they're looking for? Is it that they're looking for that woman that wants to be a soul stealer, a demon, a beast, a dog? Or are they looking for that sweet, okay, let's put it like this. Are they looking for the Jhené Aikos, or are they looking for the Meg Thee Stallions?
And those are two horrible examples.
They are?
Yeah, I wouldn't deal with neither one of them.
Okay.
On no kind of level beyond like, hey, sweetheart, hey, sugar, how you doing? And going about my business. Folks would be asking, well, you sat in the room with, I don't care.
Okay, well, give me two that would be along those lines. That would be.
I mean, you got the. I'm not going to just use people because I hate using people as an example.
I know,
people
but
are so fallible.
But these people.
I would
are
just
visuals.
say the overall essence of what someone deems a really good woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Versus someone that
a jump off, as my husband. My husband calls it work.
Yeah, or
you know
the
yeah, they
fantasy,
calling themselves demons out here, girl.
The fantasy or whatever that entails for whoever interprets it that way. But
the Buffy the Bodies.
Wow. Have you seen her lately?
No.
Okay. That's why I don't use people as examples. You know what I'm saying? But like in my peer group, like honestly, we stop it at the word looking. We're not looking. We're looking at you, but we're not looking for you. You know what I'm saying? And that's a big difference. You know what I mean? And I think a lot of the times, like the attention can be misconstrued as interest. You know what I mean? Just like a lot of things. But as far as the looking, nah. Because I've started to have this conversation amongst my peer group about, like, especially with like married men or men that are in relationships or whatever, is like, dog, it's rare. And this is why men screw up marriages, in my opinion. It's rare that you deal with a woman that you would sleep with, and that's also the same type of woman that you would be with. Those are two totally different things. And when we as men don't learn how to differentiate and we convert one into the other, either way, it never works. It never works. It might last for a long time based out of emotional need and other, you know what I'm saying, mental other things that are going on and emotional things, but it never clicks. It's never a good match. The type of woman that a man would sleep with is not necessarily the type of woman that he would be with. If he sleeps with her enough, he will consider it. But he will never completely yield to that situation. The type of woman that he needs to be with is not always the type of woman that he's going to be sexually attracted to at all times. And that's our trade-off. And a lot of us don't want to have the trade-off, so we'll take one or the other and try to convert them into the other. And that's where the control issues, that's where the insecurities come from. If I know that I met you as a stripper, chances are it's not because of your occupation, it's because of your mentality that I could never just look at you beyond someone that I've slept with and titillated the fantasy portion of myself. If I met you and you a stick in the mud and I jump into a world of fame and popularity and stuff like that, suitable for you because you've never been that person. You've never either tapped into that portion of yourself, so you wouldn't understand it, and it's going to create friction. So a lot of married men, if you notice, like even in relationships prior to your marriage or friends and all of that, you ever notice how they could be a seemingly surface level good woman and get slept with or cheated on by a thought? And the woman be so disappointed and hurt and bent out of shape about it. And it's genuine. It's an authentic reason to be upset. However, and I'm not excusing the behavior. However, the thought process was, this is the type of woman I can sleep with, not the type of woman I could be with. So she shouldn't be so mad. And that's where we come with the rap version of the justification. I was just effing them hoes. I was going to be right back. That's where that come from. Because those are the type of women that we would sleep with and not be with. But on the flip side of it, y'all have the same dynamic. Y'all just don't work it the same way because of the way y'all process things. You can know a nigga ain't nothing, and you see it, but some part of him is just like, well, you know what I mean? It's a decent trade-off. But all the while in the back of your mind, you waiting for the hook. Because women are very intuitive in that way. They watching for the hook, and that's why they try to give you little hints along the way. That's them sweating you. It's them peeping that dog that's trying to creep out that they knew was in you. They just don't want you to do it to them. And inevitably, he's gonna do it. And then when he does it, you all broke up and this, but then here come with it. This is accountability school. You knew what was going on. And I say that to the dudes too, like, bro, you knew what was going on, bro. You knew who she was. Don't act like, because if you had to convince her to like you, What make you think I couldn't convince her to like me?
So do you think that people can push a person into being something that they're not? Like, do you think you could start in a relationship one way, but because of the relationship, you end up being another way?
Yes.
So, i.e., maybe somebody who who wasn't a cheater becomes a cheater, or somebody who was a cheater stops cheating because of the person.
I mean, I believe there's exceptions to every rule. You know what I mean? It just depends on how much of themselves that person is probably gonna give up. Because some people give up so much of themselves that they lose themselves. And some people are so selfish with themselves that they don't learn how to ever really satisfy that other person or meet their needs. So it's kind of like it's a personal accountability thing with knowing who you with and why you're there. You know what I'm saying? Really, why you're there. What are you there for? Because most people establish that and lie to each other right off the muscle. What do you want from me? I've never met a woman that whether it was casual or it led to long-term relationships, I've never met or dealt with a woman that has not asked me, what do you want from me? My level of integrity or honesty at that moment is going to govern how they move forward. I've never had one not ask me that. Now, we can joke as men and be like, you remember when they always, why you fucking me like this? What you want from me? Nah, but they being genuine, dog. Pay attention, because the next shit you say is going to determine what type of woman she's going to be towards you. That's your trade-off. You can either not be your authentic self in that moment and lie and say what you think is going to keep her interested in you, or you can be real and roll the dice, because she might not deal with you based on what you say. I'd rather you, because if you're a real thrill seeker and you're a demon, you're going to double back. You're going to double back and be like, you know what? I don't like what he said, but I could put this in a box where I can make it feasible. You know what I'm saying? And it's the same thing with dudes. Like, if a dude is really interested in a woman and she's like, well, I'm in a relationship, this, but he getting a lot of conversation from her and all of that, he's not going to look at the situation like, I'm just going to leave her alone. And no, he's not going to do that. What he's going to do is, if he has any type of respect for you, he's going to let you be who you are. But it's going to always be in the back of my mind like, she's not happy. I'm not going to do nothing about it, but when it crumbles and falls, because I didn't be a dick now, I can give dick later. If that's the type of way that he sees the dynamic with that person, that's the way he's going to treat it if he respects it. Now, if he don't, he'll do something to try and rush the process and create all kind of mess. But
we got some comments. Hold on. Teacher Nitra said, this is the second time I've heard a man say he's not looking, but the Bible says he who finds a wife finds a good thing. How can he find one if he's not looking? It sounds like today's men aren't looking to settle down or to get married.
I've walked down the street and found money. That didn't mean I was coming outside to look for money. and then even with that, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not a person that follows the guidelines of anybody's books. You know what I'm saying? With all due respect to organized religion and all that, you know what I'm saying? I don't adhere to that. You know what I'm saying? So, and then, you know, when people want to hold on to the literal, you know what I'm saying, etymology of something, you know what I'm saying, and you want to get into wordplay and with how that can cause psychosodomy, then I have an immediate response for that. I don't have to, just because I found something doesn't mean I was looking for it. I can find a party when I just came outside to just chill and kick it, but somehow I convinced myself in the midst of what I encountered. A man knows. We can encounter, man, dog, I've seen so many men be like, dog, have you ever met a chick and you knew like, nope, because I'm going to be, nope. And we'll leave you alone because we know that we ain't got no type of, nope. You know what I mean?
Action.
Right. So it's I don't think you got to find it. Like, it's not looking like, like, it's kind of like when, you know, one of my buddies, he had a comment, he had a post about, you know, being single by choice. And he pissed a lot of people off with that. But I understood fully what he was saying. Like, nobody chooses to be single. They could choose not to be played with. They can choose to have boundaries and all of that. But I don't believe innately people choose to be alone. You know what I'm saying? So you can be,
because that's not human nature.
right? It's
We're
not human
social
nature. We're a
creatures.
social creature. So even if you got a situationship, somebody you sleeping with that you know what I'm saying, you little whatever you want to call it, that's still a type of form of relationship that you're having with another person. So you're not technically single, you know what I'm saying, by choice. You're just moving with a different set of principles. You know what I'm saying? But and I think that kind of goes into the whether or not a person is looking. You know what I mean? When somebody say what you looking for, I don't answer that question that way because I want to address the looking portion first. Then I'll say if you ask me what I'm comfortable with, that's going to be a whole different set of answers.
I like that. Not what are you looking for? What are you comfortable with?
Yeah. I've asked a woman, what are you comfortable with? And they're like, hold on, nigga, what you say? And I'm like, what are you comfortable with? Because what you comfortable with might not be what you looking for. You know what I mean? I might be looking for, if I followed this little principle or whatever, I could be saying I'm looking for a woman that I could build a foundation with, and you know, a woman that understands me and is going to be there for me, and this. Okay, but what if something comes up where she's not there for me? Does that mean she's not the right woman? Or am I comfortable with the idea that she's imperfect? I'm comfortable with the idea of dealing with a woman with imperfections. I'm not comfortable with trying to make her fit what I'm looking for, because she's going to lose herself in trying to fit that role.
Hey, Graham. All right, so look, let's go ahead and talk about the music real quick. Tell us about Mr. Al as a musician. Tell us about Mr. Al as the artist.
Mr. Al, the artist. I started off as a producer. Man. It was like the early 90s. I had heard, I was going to a school in Detroit, and it was a performing arts high school. And ironically, it was Aaliyah's senior year in high school. So every senior was attached to a freshman and had to be their liaison to show them through the program. But we worked within the drama program. I thought I wanted to be an actor. So after she graduated and all of that, because like I never fed into the whole age ain't nothing but a number portion of the music and all of that. They played it like crazy in Detroit, but I've never been a hype beast person. Like if I meet you and you fit that, it's like, oh, like meeting Tupac and he like spit at a reporter right in front of you, you'd be like, yeah, he is him. You know what I'm saying? So I never really fed into the fame portion of it because she wasn't really famous yet. She was just a chick that had a song on the radio. No different than like Glorilla right now. You know what I mean? Like, okay, cool, you got that single, but what's next for you? Type thing. So when she came out with 1 in a Million after that, I was just like, dog, this production is crazy. This is insane. And I gathered up what little money I had and what little money I could make, and I paid a dude to teach me like how to work equipment. And then I would let him, like I would pay him to let me come over there and make beats on his equipment. So basically I was like renting a studio to get studio lessons. But he never really taught me much. He just showed me how to make everything work, and then was just like, okay, have fun. And he'd walk out, go do whatever it was that he was doing. So over time, just being in that room, sitting there alone, I didn't do nothing else. I didn't go outside and play sports. I had a video game system. I stopped playing it. Like this was what I was like, yo, this is my thing. And over time, I got better and better at it, and I realized I had something to say. Like I was looking around me and seeing all these different things, and I'm like, nobody's talking about this. You know what I'm saying? Nobody talking about how, you know what I'm saying, we got old cats pulling up to the school to pick these young girls up, and they going with them. You know what I'm saying? I addressed that on a song I got called Sick Village, or The Village Got Sick. Like, we ain't addressing that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even with the R. Kelly thing, like, there was a school in Chicago that he did pull up, and everybody in Chicago knew it, but nobody said nothing. So that I feel like the community failed themselves and failed him. You know what I'm saying? How you got so many people in the hood know you pull up to this Catholic school every day and come get these girls and ain't nobody said nothing because you R. Kelly? Come on, man. Like, we all knew. This way before Dave Chappelle made the P on You video. Like, that was funny, but like, for real, Home needed help. We failed them as a community.
Hey man, I keep saying Aaron McGregor been telling us for
You know
a
what I
long
mean? Like,
time,
but that's
and
for like
everybody thought it
people
was
that
jokes.
you know, but that's for like people that grew up in old school Chicago. They know this, especially if they was on the west side. I'm from the south side, but I knew about that. You got family, all these, like you know what I mean? So the music just came from like all together, just me just wanting that, and I put myself in a position where I didn't need a producer. So unlike other rappers, I didn't have to depend on somebody to make a beat for me. So my music was always being produced and mixed and engineered by me. It was kind of how I started off. So I've never had to depend on trying to make my record sound good over this beat. I made the beat sound good to what I wanted to say. If I was gonna make a more somber song, I knew to make the beat more somber, so it'll be a perfect marriage between beats and lyrics, because that's what hits are. Like Still in Love, I was in a bad place emotionally so I wasn't happy. That's why that song doesn't sound happy. In the background, that doesn't sound like a happy day. You know what I mean? And so when I started saying what I wanted to say over that, I was just speaking my truth. Everybody out here lying. Sick and tired of people trying. Know they horny, but the devil behind it. Take heat.
That's what's up. You see how he set me up for that? He set me up so perfectly. We're going to go ahead and go to a break real quick, but guess what we're going to listen to? We're going to listen to Still in Love by Mr. Al. Mr. Al, I don't know if you know this or not.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, you did. I don't know if you know this or not, but I played this song a lot. It's definitely in rotation. When I asked you for it sincerely because I honestly liked the song. I liked the wordplay in it. I liked the fact that, as you were just saying, it wasn't just talking about my chains and my dick and it was music.
It was masculine hurt.
Yeah, it was it was pain. It was music. It was it had a flow to it, and it just was very appeasing.
Fun fact about that record that nobody knows, and I always tell people that, and they like, for real? Okay, the harmony portion behind it, that's all throughout the song. You remember that song that Schoolboy Q had called Studio? I'm just sitting in the studio trying to... The same guy that sung that is who's doing those vocals. This BJ, the Chicago kid.
Really?
Yeah.
Look at you.
Yeah.
Just got people just doing shit and don't be telling nobody.
Cause I mean, like, it's like when you know what I mean. Like, if you didn't know, like, Aaliyah and Faith did One More Chance for Biggie.
Well, I knew Faith did it. I didn't know Aaliyah did it though.
When you hear the person harmonizing behind Faith on One More Chance, and then you go listen to how Aaliyah sound, you can hear it.
I love it. All right, go ahead and introduce your music for us, baby.
All right, man. This is Mr. Al. The record is called Still in Love. Hey, man. That's the upside to it. It's spelled like stealing, not still in love, but it's a double entendre.
There we go.
Everybody out here talking about they want a new thing, a new thing. To the old flame calling saying, baby, we can work it out. What you talking about? Everybody out here talking about they trying to do things, trying new things, yeah. To the old flame calling saying, baby, we can work it out. What you talking about? I'm still in love, still in love, still in love. We can work it out, maybe talk it out. Still in love, still in love, still in love, trying to work it out. While they walking out. Everybody tired of trying, sick and tired of people lying. Got them horny, but the devil behind it. Take heat. I
I ain't thinking I was blind. They thought if I fucked them a diamond, that their love would be timeless, but they declined it crazy. People always knows and trying to find out who you stroking, wanna be noticed, cause they feelings hurt and broken, maybe. And that's how love can be stolen. Got them calling me in hope, leaving emojis, got me giving brotherly roses. Take these. Everybody acting talking about they want a new thing, a new thing. To the old flame caller saying, baby, we can work it out. What you talking about? Everybody acting talking about they trying to do things, trying new things, yeah. To the old flame caller saying, baby, we can work it out. What you talking about? I'm still in love, still in love, still in love. We can work it out, maybe talk it out. Still in love, still in love, still in love, trying to work it out. While they walking out. Everybody out here talking about they want a new thing, a new thing. To the old flame caller saying, baby, we can work it out. What you talking about? To the old flame caller saying, baby, we can work it out. What you talking about? To the old flame caller saying, baby, we can work it out. What you talking about? I'm still in love, still in love, still in love. We can work it out, maybe talk it out. Still in love, still in love, still in love, trying to work it out while they walking out.
We are back. We're back.
Hello.
Turn that back up. Bring this back on around here. Shout out to Teacher Anitra. She said, oh my God, I love this song. I never knew it was him. I know. Because one, he doesn't give me a music video to go with the song. What's up with that? What's up with the music videos?
I'm trying to find the right way to do that. I'm glad I waited for the shift for the shift in how people consume visuals to kind of come full circle, so to speak. It don't take thousands of dollars to do videos. No. You know what I mean? It really just
not
takes
unless you want a plane in it.
It just takes the, you know what I mean, the creative, you know what I'm saying? And even with that, like that's just access to resources.
You just gotta know how to get into Charlie Brown field at night while ain't nobody looking.
Or not just that. Like, I mean, shit, you might have a rich friend that'd be like, hey, dog, hey, man, I'll buy you a 22-ounce steak dinner, bro, if you just let me do a shoot out there in front of your plane or something, man. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
I need them kind of friends.
You got them kind of friends.
Al, can you introduce me to some people with last name Patel?
Yeah, man, but you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. That's a wide range of things though, because Patel is a social caste in India. You know what I mean? So it's a prominent name, but it the way that India's society is structured, like you can have a Patel that's a high level government official down to a snake charmer with that last name. You know what I mean? So and they might not be related. You know what I mean? Because it's more of a title than it is a name.
So it's not like Nguyen.
No, and then like Nguyen kind of has the same ambiance with the Vietnamese culture, like. You know
like that's
I mean?
off of the line of a king, and so everybody kept naming as
and some people did it in tribute. You know what I mean? And those people weren't in the bloodline, but you know what I mean? Because so their society is set up different, but
But you understand what I mean?
Yeah.
I need somebody. We can't. We've talked about this on the show. We can't just have just black people as friends. We got to diversify our friend portfolio. And I'm just trying to diversify my friend portfolio.
I'm indifferent about that.
Really?
Yeah. I'm indifferent about that.
Why so? Because I love to hear the aspect on this one. What's up? Oh, shit. Y'all fail. Why y'all ain't tell me y'all fail?
I've sat in a room where, like, all right. I've sat in a room where I've seen nothing but successful white people in a room with nothing but successful white people.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm sure none of them felt like they were being discriminatory or that they were being exclusionary or anything like that. It was just them being around the people they wanted to do business with and that they chose to do business with and around. So I don't want to just deal with American Black people, but I would love to deal with with Black people that are willing to do business with Americans that are from all over the globe. I would rather deal with an Aborigine person than, you know what I mean, than have to go over there and try and pander around looking for someone in Australia. Because I know that Aborigine person understands. No matter where we are on this globe, there's still some level of distinction of discrimination towards us. So it's kind of a common understanding amongst us. That doesn't mean that I can't do business with people of other races and all of that or nothing like that, or that I can't interact with them or engage with them on an associate level, but I'd rather do business with the minority than to try to pigeonhole myself in the corner with the majority. I love my Hispanic brothers and sisters. I'm gonna do business with you because you understand.
Do you feel as though you would
Any
have
non-white people?
Any non-white people?
Any non-white people we can work.
Any non-white people. Okay.
And the white people that have shown themselves to not be biased and have been proven to not be biased based on their history and their track record. You know what I mean? Because I'm not being discriminatory. I'm not being racist by saying this. I understand that this certain group of people has a pattern of destruction everywhere they go. So in everything that they involve themselves in, that doesn't include them only. So I gotta watch for that. I gotta feel like I gotta look at that a certain kind of way, because they probably feel the same way about me. They may have encountered nothing but the wrong kind of Black person, and I would expect them to be cautionary around me.
So this actually brings us to a great topic. What do you think about the metaverse rapper?
What is there to think? It's not real to me.
Okay, so let's go ahead and explain to everybody what's going on first, and then we'll get your opinion on it. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So Capitol Records forced to drop. Well, first they had first brought on this person, and then they were forced to drop him after backlash. Okay, so Capitol Records is forced to drop its artificial intelligence created rapper after just 1 week following a gross stereotypes backlash. Capitol Music Records has severed ties with an artificial. Oh God, I hate the way they repeat themselves so much. After the first release of his first single amid intense backlash, accusing the artist of perpetrating racist stereotypes. Artist FN Mika became the world's first augmented reality music artist to be signed to a major record earlier this month, releasing his first single, Florida Water, on August 12th. The single featured Fortnite gamer Clicks and Atlanta rapper Gunna. Mika already has over 500,000 monthly listeners on Spotify and over 10 million followers on TikTok, where his posts allow fans to peek into his virtual world, which includes huge Bugatti jets, Maybach helicopters, and a machine that turns ice into iced out watches. However, backlash quickly rose up on social media when users pointed out their discomfort with how Mika is portrayed, claiming the creation was equivalent to digital blackface and that his content on Instagram and TikTok trivialized incarceration and police brutality. One Instagram post showed the rapper being beaten by a police officer in jail because he won't snitch. On Tuesday, activists and nonprofit industry Blackout wrote in an open letter to Capitol summarizing the issues brought to light. It is a direct insult to the Black community and our culture, an augmentation of gross stereotypes, appropriative mannerisms that deprive the Black artist, complete with slurs infused in lyrics. The statement said, "We find fault in the lack of awareness and how offensive it is." The industry Blackout called for Capitol to cut ties with the artist and donate any associated funds to charity or Black artists under the label. Capitol quickly responded in a statement shared by online New York Times journalist Joe Costarley, confirming that it had dropped the rapper with immediate effect. Mika's debut single, Florida Water, has also been removed from all streaming platforms. We offer our deepest apologies to the Black community for our insensitivity in signing this project without asking enough questions about the equality and the creative process behind it. We thank those who have reached out to us with constructive feedback in the past couple of days. Your input has been invaluable as we come to the decision to end our association with the project. Mika is partially backed by AI and was co-created by Anthony Martini and Brandon Lee of the company Factum New, while the voice is based on a real human and the rest is all down to artificial intelligence. Now, what's missing from this article is that the voice behind it is a Black guy, is a DJ, and he was saying that he was part of the co-creation process, and then all of a sudden he was just kicked out, and this white DJ then took over and took it to Capitol Records. The Black DJ didn't get paid anything, and now the white DJ get to jump around, get paid, and call everybody nigga. Okay, I'm done now. Look, that's all of it. That's everything that we got so far. How y'all feel about this?
I mean, okay.
Capitalism.
Y'all just
it's called Capitol Records.
I mean, like that's the line. So that's the damn line.
Oh wow.
A robot. So a robot got to do it before y'all figure out that this shit ain't okay. Like that's the line. But we got thousands of rappers, literally thousands of rappers that appropriate the same shit. But that's the line.
When it's fake.
But it's still fake. It's fake then when they doing it, and it's fake when the AI robot doing it. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop is a commercialized industry for profit. You know what I'm saying?
Entertainment business.
But that's the line. You know what I'm saying? The fake robot was the line. Now, as far as the stipulation between the Black DJ and the white DJ, okay, I mean, based on my level of understanding of how the entertainment industry runs, the Black dude ran out of money. The white boy had the money to push it and move it further and put it in hands that he wasn't going to tell the Black dude that he had access to in the first place. It wasn't his business. You know what I'm saying? So even with that, like,
do you think there's a lot of emotion in the music business that shouldn't be there? People aren't thinking logically, but they're thinking emotionally instead.
No, they're thinking financially. Only reason they pulled themselves from that is because it's intellectual property. It's not just a person that can be held accountable. Companies can be held accountable for that. That's why it's okay when a rapper do it, when a human rapper do it. It's cool.
Because you hold that rapper accountable.
You can hold that rapper accountable. You have to hold a technology and a company and a research and investment group liable for that. So they're thinking financially. They're not thinking in the best interest of Black people, because if they was thinking in the best interest of Black people, then 99% of the rappers that make music wouldn't be allowed to do the shit they do on records. So that doesn't hold much weight with me, because you talking about violence, selling drugs, saying the word nigga. I could think of like 30 songs right offhand that do all of that on a regular basis in our top 10 hits, whether it's misogynistic, misandristic, you know what I'm saying, from the female side of it, like all of it. I mean, you had the two little white boys down there that, you know what I'm saying, made a sensation of themselves, called themselves the Island Boys, looking like a hot mess. You know what I'm saying? But it's always it's a misappropriation of the culture. But then at the same time, if we're not gonna stand up and defend the culture, then we can't be pissed off when somebody misappropriated. Half of us don't stand up for the integrity of the culture. We just stand up for the integrity of the speech and people that choose to, you know what I'm saying, demonize the culture. It's way more than just the dope talk and the trap talk and all of that. But at the same time, if you don't have the trap rappers and the you know what I'm saying, the more conscious, you know what I'm saying, crowd, if they're not seeing eye to eye on rights and who should be controlling the distribution of our music and the distribution of our property and intellectual property, then we leave room for these Chinese investors to come in, for these white people to come in that have these bigger budgets to invest in the metaverse, because we don't even talk to each other about the metaverse. We don't talk to each other about crypto. When those type of topics come up, it's almost like
it's a scam.
It's a scam. It's almost like Black people in swimming pools. There's no real reason why you shouldn't know how to swim. But to the end, till now, like you still see pool parties. Everybody...
do not come on my show and call me out.
Yeah, I mean, but it's an understanding.
I'm a black person that can't swim.
Yeah, but if you would have had access to a pool from the time that you was a little girl, I bet you wouldn't be scared of water.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You're absolutely right. And then the times that I did have access to a pool as a child, I almost drowned.
Exactly.
Because I had black people who thought it would be funny to do things like
push you in the water,
knowing you can't swim. I had an uncle take my floaties off and throw a rock in the water and then push me in the water and tell me to get the rock. That's how he taught. That's how he tried to teach me how to swim. I still can't swim.
Yeah, and I mean,
like I don't even like being in the bathtub with too much water because you don't take a teaspoon.
It's rare that I've met a white person that said that they didn't have access to a pool, or that they can't swim. Most should choose not to, but they don't have an innate fear of water. You know what I'm saying? We got the Olympic swimmer, black dude, first black dude to beat Michael Phelps in certain things, and he was on the swim team with him. We don't talk about him though. But the way he learned how to swim is he almost drowned when he was 5 years old at an amusement park with his mother. His mother jumped in the water. They both drowned. He said, "My mama drowning on the right, I'm drowning on the left." And they had to pull us out the water. And my mother was like, "Never again." He was like, my dad was like, "Nah, bro, I'm gonna drive you 45 minutes to this pool, 45 minutes away to go to a pool." But how many people have that same type of thing in their household? Like typically we have a one-parent household. If your mama say you ain't going to the pool no more, that's it. We're done. This pool thing is done. So, you know what I mean? Not having the access to those resources is going to create an innate fear. So it's the same thing with not having access to true information about crypto and AI and the metaverse and all of that. You know, it just seems like you're talking over our heads when we say that, so to say those things to each other. But then when we talking about what happened on Real Housewives of Atlanta or something like that, or we talking about ratchet business, you know what I mean? We are there. So it goes back around to being your authentic self. Like I'm not gonna give a baby steak. I'm not gonna talk NFTs around you when you don't even know what Ethereum is. Because it's gonna be too complicated.
Because I gotta explain too much to you.
I gotta explain too much, and then you probably gonna get bored, or you're gonna think I'm talking down to you.
Exactly.
So I'd rather just, if you're curious about it, you're gonna try and educate yourself a little bit, or you're gonna listen with more of a humble ear. So yeah.
I feel exactly what you're saying. When I first started out doing Forex, I was trying to get people that I knew on with me. You know what I'm saying? And they thought it was because I was trying to sell the package. And I'm like, no, it's not. It's because if you really learn this and learn how to do this correctly, this is a game changer.
Yeah, take the classes for a little bit. Stop paying for the service and do it yourself.
Keep learning. That's the thing about it.
Those ain't the only people. Like you can still have connections with people that you met from those things, and they could teach you other strategies and how to watch the, you know what I'm saying, bull and bear lines, all that, see certain trends, learn certain, you know what I'm saying, bid techniques, all of that. So
not only that, just because you learn how the market moves doesn't mean you know how to trade. I've had people be like, well, I learned how to do it, but it didn't work for me. That's because you didn't learn you. Do you know how much I have learned about myself mentally because of trading?
Yeah, you learn how much of a risk taker you are. Bruh, and you learn how stupid you are. You learn how compulsive you are.
Woo! Tell me again. Come on.
I've literally been up and be like,
I can do another one. And lose the whole damn account.
And be sitting there sick, like
just fucking money.
Just went down to $130 from like $1,100. Oh my god!
If you were to ask me 3 years ago, because I've been trading now for 2.5 years. If you would have asked me 3 years ago if I was a gambler, I would have absolutely positively told you
That's all
no.
trading is.
If you would have asked me, if I was a risk taker, I would have been like moderate. Trading, no. I have learned so much about me as a person trading, and you know, I have maybe 2 friends that I talked to about it. When Flex started trading, I was so excited. I was calling Flex. I was sending Flex trade out. I was like, Flex, US 30 is about to do this, that, and the third.
You know, it's funny. That's who got me into it.
Really?
Yeah.
I was in it before Flex.
I got curious one day, and I was just sitting back, and I was like,
what is you doing?
I just want to make more money. Got the clothing line, got music going, got a job. Okay, cool. But how do I make this digital money?
Mm-hmm.
And I caught the beginning of the upsurge of Dogecoin.
Man,
And
that one right there with
I
that.
was literally hitting Flex up about different things. And like, you know what I mean? He put me in contact with the right people that got the right information, you know what I mean? And I made a decent amount of money on it when it spiked and dropped. I sold.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't believe it was gonna come back. None of that. I didn't believe none of them Elon tweets, none of that shit. I was like, nah, if it's the surge to 75 cents and I got like 500, 600 shares,
Yeah, I'm good.
we're out of here. Because I bought in at like 3 cents. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, we're not even finna play this game. I'm gonna go, you can call it pump and dump if you want to. That's fine. I'll be a pump and dumper, but guess what? I didn't take no major losses neither. So my P&Ls don't look crazy.
Right.
So it was a whole different thing, but I came in with complete skepticism because I was like, I kind of treated like Forex and trading almost like the Nigerian prince emails.
Are you serious? Now, see, I was on the total opposite end.
Yeah, I was like,
the person who brought me in was a teacher. She's somebody who I absolutely, positively trust. And her whole thing about it was, she was like, she came at me like, this is a skill. And when I went to the meeting or whatever to learn about it, the person who was teaching us or showing us how to do it was a freaking 9th grader. And I was like, I'm smarter than a 5th grader. I ain't no way in hell somebody who in 9th grade about to out-trade me and understand this better than me.
I let him. I let him with all humility in my heart. That's the one time I'm gonna tell you something. The quickest way to get me to shut the hell up is to know more than me. And let me recognize it. I'm not one of those arrogant people that are sitting there and let that shit mess with my ego. Like, I'll just be sitting there like, you know what? It makes perfect sense. He doesn't know life without a computer. So you better be good at this.
Yeah.
I bet you don't know how to read a map. I bet you if I gave you a phone book, you wouldn't know what to do with it. Smart ass. You know what I mean? I bet you don't know how to use a payphone.
Tell me how to rewind a cassette tape. I'll wait.
Yeah, well, hey, tell me how to record over a cassette tape that you already recorded on.
You gotta flick the little.
No, you put tissue in the 2 top corners.
Or you gotta put tape on the top. Yeah, it's either one or the other.
Yeah.
Flick. It's been a while.
Which is smart ass. How do you
while.
wind one up? You could just take it on a pencil and swirl it up. Since you're so smart, Mr. Internet 9th grader. Yeah, I mean, but I'm not gonna get into it because I'm gonna need him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Shut up. I'm gonna need him, so I'm not finna. Burn that bridge before I can cross it.
I definitely fell in love with crypto. The place that I'm at right now is I'm trying to put in my 10,000 hours. I honestly believe on that whole Malcolm Gladwell belief that if you want to become a true master at something, then you have to put in your time. You have to put in your 10,000 hours. If you believe that you can become a amazing artist, an amazing producer or whatever, and you don't have to Kanye this thing first, you don't have to put in your time, you stupid. If you think you're going to automatically wake up one day and start trading and be an amazing trader, you stupid. You got to lose some money.
Man, there's veterans out there that still aren't amazing traders. You know what I'm saying?
You got to lose some money, shawty.
But you got to learn about your habits.
That
you know what I'm saying? You got to learn about your trading
it.
habits and how that's going to work. Because I know people that trade safely and don't really take losses like that because they have the mental wherewithal to say, hold.
Right. I'm good. I'm going to get out and I'm going to wait.
For the longest, I just knew buy.
And you got people like me that's like, hold on, wait. I'm going to get in it going up and down because I know the market got to do this and that.
And that's me.
And I'm the type of person to be like, I'm stubborn. I'm a stubborn trader. Oh, I'm so stubborn. But it makes sense, though, because if I look at my regular life, look at me. I've been doing this radio show now for 3 years. You can say this is stubbornness. Because anybody else might have stopped and been like, I ain't popped off the way I wanted to pop off yet. But my stubbornness, my consistency, my tenacity, my ability to hold is what allows me to do that. And that definitely trades into my trading because I am very, very good at reading charts. I am not very good at patience. So and he knows why that's funny because I can read the chart and know where the market is going. But while I'm in the trade, the market takes too long to get there. So I have gotten out of the trade. And then tomorrow, when I open up my account and see that I got knocked out of the trade, but the market hit my mark, I'm pissed That is literally the trading that that's what I'm trying to work through
I
now.
learned to see with the trading part of it, but to compensate for my lack of patience, I started doing high frequency trading.
Oh God, high frequency trading is now that's Vegas.
The money in minutes.
Oh, that is lost wages for me. So, oh my God. But see, I cannot 1 minute. I mean 1 second.
Because I don't have the attention span to wait till tomorrow. Because then my anxiety will kick in and be like, what if I'm wrong? And then I start putting a whole bunch of stop losses and then you know what I'm saying? And now it looks like a weird no. But so with the money in minutes,
for you,
it was easy. I would sit there for like 30 minutes and just watch the graphs and just watch it. And I would notice in certain like minute and 30-second intervals that it was still coming around. And then once I realized the intervals, I was like, all right.
I started
it was
teaching
like
my
playing
son
double
on high
dutch.
frequency.
You know what I'm saying? It was like double dutch. And I was like, all right. So if I jump in the rope here, I got hit. Okay, cool.
I started teaching my son with high frequency.
It didn't take much. And I started off with like 25 cents. And once I kind of noticed the patterns, like I couldn't do it with currency. I couldn't do it with none of the currency, but I could do it with commodities.
So I started. You started crude oil?
Nope. Gold and silver.
That's what I'm trading right now. I'm trading gold.
You know what I'm saying? So the commodity showed me a different side of it than the you know what I'm saying, the stocks or the currency. You know what I mean? And then I kept my coin trading a totally different way. I don't trade the same way with that. And I had to realize that it's a dichotomy of how I am with myself. Like my coin trading is like my Instagram presence. My HFX was like my Facebook, like it's risky as hell. Like, you know what I mean? Because I stand to piss off large groups of people, but at the same time,
it's a high risk, but it's a high reward.
But then it's like, did I piss you off? Or did I just get you to start the conversation about what you think? Because some people don't have a voice until you piss them off. Or they choose not to use it till you piss them off. And then they realize how stupid they sound by the excessive use of their voice if you just let them scream into a wall. You know, scream into a wall by yourself. That's fine. Because I'm going to be that wall. Now, you start trying to puncture the wall and all that, well, then put you through it.
I definitely, when I tell you, I absolutely positively love trading. It is a love-hate relationship with me. I enjoy conversations with people who trade. When I find another friend, like now that I know that you trade,
you know, people didn't know that about me.
Oh my God. Now that I know that you trade, now we have a whole nother set of conversation to have that we can't have, like you just said, we can't have that in public.
Now,
like
now, what I mean?
now I can jump in your DM and talk to you.
Kaiser Sose. I'm not what I seem.
But
you know what I mean? You would have never guessed.
But I'm the exact same person that you are in that sense. Like I'm only having conversations with people who I feel as though that conversation makes sense to have with you.
I don't want to argue with you.
Yeah, don't do that.
I'm not gonna argue with you. Oh, this man.
Look, everybody can't talk about Anunnaki.
Yeah, nah.
Everybody can't talk about the Sumerians and you know the different moons of Saturn. Everybody can't talk about Europa and stuff like that. Like some of the shit that I'm into, y'all ain't into.
They don't want to talk about. I mean, but
now that I know,
it's a that I get the man. Listen, man. When people find out that I belong to a fraternity, you know what I'm saying?
What do you belong to?
I'm a Mason.
Really? I'm an Eastern Star. Don't tell nobody.
Yeah, so. When people like it's almost like like nails on a chalkboard when people come up to me and be like, man, so you know the Illuminati. I'm like,
no, it's not the God.
Oh God. And then it's like due to my obligation and my understanding of it, I'm not even really gonna get into that whole back and forth with nobody. But then it's like I look at them different secretly. Like after it, it's like, oh God. So eventually
we're gonna have to have this conversation.
We're gonna have to have this impasse, and I'm gonna lose you as a friend. And
it's really, and the Masonic thing is really weird too, because the first thing everybody thinks is that it's religion, and it's Masonry and Eastern Stars ain't necessarily religion.
No, it's a thought process or a school of it's another way to learn how to process the things that you see around you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Whether it's your relationship with yourself, your creator, whomever that may be, you know what I mean, your community, your family, you know what I mean, all of that. But you know, some people they put more on it than what they should. Like I was taught to, you know what I'm saying, I was raised as an instructor. So when people was coming through the lodge, like they encounter young 20-something Mr. Al in there, like, who the hell is this kid finna tell me about? Like, and I'm like, but the difference is, like, I'm a war veteran. I've been through a lot of different things. I've lived a lot of different lives. So your surface level understanding of what you see, the only reason they put me in this position is because I can take the higher forms of what you don't understand, dumb it down and regurgitate it in a way that you can comprehend it and grow from it, so that the terminology don't catch you up. The old English don't catch you up. You get it the raw way. It's like taking the King James version and then getting the New International when somebody teaches it to you. You know what I mean? So
that's how I be feeling when it comes to teaching as well. My whole goal is to be able to bring it to you in the most remedial level as possible, and it has nothing to do with me trying. Oh shit, the bell done rang. I need you to buy up.
It's a thankless job.
Yeah, but I'm trying to bring it to you in the most remedial sense, so that you can not only is palatable for you, but you can eventually regurgitate it back just the same. So I like the path that I have been on. I'm definitely enjoying the path of more enlightenment. And when I say more enlightenment, what I mean is being authentic and holding myself accountable allows me to enlighten myself, and being around other people like you who have reached levels of enlightenment and can provide a unique conversation, because I think that's something that we do. We definitely DM each other. And
that's why I could joke about
certain.
That's why I could joke about certain things, and some people that DM me like, bro, that's not how you really feel. Yes, and I don't know why you here trying to get a different reaction than what you thought it was going to be on the post. Yes, that's how I feel. You did this to yourself. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, it's just, I always wanted to be a person that could communicate on multiple levels, because I knew what it felt like to be in a room and be stupid. You know what I mean? I knew what it was like. That my life wasn't glamorous and shit like that growing up. So I knew what it was like to not have nice clothes. So because I couldn't afford all the things that I wanted to see, I started making what I wanted to see. You know what I mean? Because I couldn't always, you know what I mean, afford to buy production or something like that, or studio time. I learned how to do it myself, so I didn't need to pay nobody.
Makes sense.
You know what I mean? I tried to become what I needed. And that's because I was told a long time ago, be the person that you needed growing up. You know what I mean? So when it came down to that, I was like, yeah, look, that's how I'm going to take this route with everything. I'm going to be the person that I needed growing up. And even as a younger man, like some of the things that I realize now, if I would have had the insight that I have now to tell my younger self, I would have did it. You know what I mean? Like, I would have definitely did it. So when I get on people, it's not coming from a place of hate. It's not. The only time it comes across like hate is when you try to be resistant and attack me because I'm giving it. But medicine don't taste good. You know what I'm saying? It's not supposed to be pleasant. It's not supposed to sit there and be sweet serenades and all of that. Like, you don't learn what good music is until you hear bad music. You don't learn how to play an instrument until you're bad at it, and then you get better. You realize you're off key. That's called being that. But the learning process is not going to be easy. So sometimes when I'm holding somebody accountable for their flawed thinking, it's not going to come across as pleasant. It's not going to hit them in a way where they're going to be like, yeah, you're right. Not unless they're really willing to consider that about themselves. So if you get pissed off at something I say to you online or something like that, man, that sounds personal as hell. Just shit, hey. Because I have people get on me like, you would not believe the amount of time that Sean has spent getting on my ass about things.
Really? Because the amount of times I done hit Sean up and been like, Sean, you need to take that down.
Nah, you'd be surprised.
Honestly, though, I've only hit up Sean maybe once for sure. He posted something, and I just was like, Sean, you got to think about the investment that you have.
He doesn't care.
No, I know he don't. But when I put it to him a certain way, I think he respected that.
And he respected it, but he still gonna do the hell he wants.
No, of course. But he did take it down though.
Yeah.
But he did take it down because when he looked at it, he could see where I was coming from. And whether it was me and other people who said it to him, or whether it was just me that said it to him, what he posted, I felt exactly what he was saying. It was funny as shit. But from somebody who didn't know him, but knew that he was a part of our bar, bruh.
Yeah.
Protect our bar, not you. You be the asshole you want to be, but protect your baby.
Yeah,
and that's where I came at him from, and I think he understood that and respected that.
Well, I mean, like me and him are very similar. Like we both Aquariuses. Our birthdays is like a week apart.
When's your birthday?
February 8th.
Okay, my son is an Aquarius as well, but he's in January. He's the 24th.
Yeah, he got a little Capricorn in him, but very argumentative.
Little clown.
Argumentative, opinionated, stand their ground. You know. Man. But like I'll say certain things, and like Sean will be like, "I don't like the way you said that, Al. It's not, nah, brother. I don't like that." So, but it's like, that's like having a candid moment of like being best friends with the boogeyman. You know what I'm saying? When he jump out the closet, everybody, you know, people, I was just like, okay, boogeyman, hey, you hand me those jeans back there, please. But, you know, there's the level of accountability, like, that I like to have that in my male friend circle. You know what I mean? Where we don't, like, you can be mad at me for a minute, but I'm not wrong. You know what I mean? Like, if I tell you that you look in a certain way, just take it into consideration. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to accept it as whole, like, oh, that nigga, they're just... Nah, but don't let your ego take over to where you think it's me checking you. It's me looking out for you, because if I'm thinking that and I know you and I can overlook it because I know you're not what that, you know what I'm saying, may be portraying. What about the people that don't know you, that may encounter you based or meet you at that level? That's their first exposure to
that part.
You know what I mean?
That part.
Yeah, so I'm offensive as hell, but I try not to let that be the first interaction.
Right. Like I plan on offending you, but I'm a squeeze your booty first.
Being cool with me is like eventually, it's like offended. You're gonna be offended. It's like being offended on layaway. Like eventually you're gonna get it. But just know that you had a pleasurable shopping experience while you were in the store.
Hilarious. Y'all, we gotta get on out of here. It's time for us to go, but it is Thursday, so we've got an amazing lineup for you today. Today at 12, we've got Karen the Connector. After that, we've got the Culture Corner coming in at 3 o'clock. Later on today, we've got Trendsetter Lounge at 5, and at 7, we've got the Gumbo Show. And then rounding at 9 p.m., we've got Convo with Friends. That's right. All Hustle, No Fear is here to start your day off great, but we've got other shows to keep you in motion. All right. Mr. Al, if you can tell all of the whores, the hoes, and the dogs out there anything, if you could leave them with any positive messages, reinforcements. The hoes and the dogs.
I mean, do better.
The folks that we laughing at on Instagram and
I mean, if it's just strictly for the hoes and the dogs,
the hoes and the dogs,
I would say do better when you know better. And for those that don't fit that criteria, believe in yourself and don't think that the hoes and the dogs winning, because they're not. It's just they got the upper hand right now. You know what I mean? But can't nobody deprive you of your season. You know what I mean? Because what's yours is yours. It got your name on it. Can't nobody take it from you. So if you feel like you lost it, then it wasn't yours. But for the hoes and the dogs, do better. Find yourself. Find your happiness. Don't overcompensate for things that you're missing.
Hey, Graham.
Do better.
I love it. Y'all, this is All Hustle, No Fear. I'm your girl, Sunshine Reigns. Make sure you stay tuned for tomorrow. We got another great one in the building tomorrow. I have the beautiful, I have the fine, I have the damn, I wish she was one of my friends that Al was talking about in that text, in that post. But we have Miss Lola Sparks going to be in the building tomorrow, another Bonfire alumni. And then on Monday, we've got I Love Fun going to be in the building. So I got all the cute girls coming in. You know what I'm saying? I got to wear me a freakum dress tomorrow for Lola. You may wear me a little freakum dress.
I might come up here and irritate you with fun interviews.
Hey,
that's my dog, man.
I love fun. And then on Tuesday is our first live show. So if you are like Mr. Al and you do not sleep, you can get up early in the morning. Then I expect you to be right here in the building on Tuesday for our live show, okay? Networking is at all different types of day. Networking is just not at 5 and at 10 and at 7 p.m.s, okay? Yeah. Networking can be at 7 a.m.s too, because there's people who be needing to network in the morning. All right. You network, you get to going on about your business and do whatever else you got to do. So drop them kids off, bring y'all ass up here, and have a really good day. We're going to be here. We're going to do some great things. And this is going to be annually. Well, not annually, monthly. We're going to do it monthly, okay? And I've got things started. So because of me, other shows are doing live shows as well. So you might not just get to see my show live. You might get to see another show live. Country said hit his phone.
Who?
Country. Raw Country. Don't worry, I'll tell you in a second. And then DJ Naughty on here. Hey, DJ Naughty, we love you.
Hey.
Yes.
I met her before.
Yeah,
dope soul.
She be doing bonfire all the time.
I know, but you know, some people I just don't talk to. You know,
this is true.
Mean,
DJs be working.
Yeah, I mean, especially the DJs, because you know they got this whole silent thing going on, and I don't want to seem like the weird nigga walking up like, "Hey, are you doing a DJ?"
Can you play my song?
Oh no, I've never asked a DJ.
I know you.
Yeah,
I know you don't. Y'all, this is all hustle, no fear. I'm getting out of here, but you do what I just told you to do, okay? Which is basically have a good day and go get your tickets. They free. Just bring your ass in the building. I want you to see me. I want you to see Alex. We're going to have a nice little threesome together, okay? It's the best fun you have in the morning that ain't a quickie.
Wait.
Because
never mind. Nope.
You add Alex? Orgy?
Nothing.
Quickie.
I got nothing.
All right. Y'all be here. We'll be there. We'll all come together. This is all hustle, no fear on Hits 92.
Nope.
This is all hustle, no fear. Here is Luke by Johnny Two Times. Ow.
Yeah, I was like, nope, that's
wow. Is what they want. Wow. I break the rules, there's nothing new. They tried to kill me, I made the news. This what they want, there's nothing new. I'm real discreet, go get the loot. Go get the loot. Bad little bitch got a post in the room. I been fast, got 'em walking on the moon. Now I leave trash, got me chicken to my bone. They got sent to the room. In a car, car, probably been at least one. Lose that bed, I'm coming back strong. In that bed, trying to speed back home. Some wrong, don't make it alright. I've been deep into the night. Since I live my sprite. Know these feelings just ain't right. Pain in my eyes. Got me drowning inside. Got me drowning inside. You got me drowning inside. You got me dying inside. You see me, man. Got me drowning inside. Drowning inside. You see me tonight. You see me tonight. You see it in my eyes. I'm trying to ride with my guys. You wanna tell me how they lies. I know you see it, I know you do. That little bitch from away away. I'ma let the bitch stay. It's alright, but you gotta get going. You gotta find my lead. We gon' get on. If it's not that I want, so give me some. Never love on the nigga if it ain't enough. I'm in trust, nigga, now you acting up. Never love, so I had to keep it good stuff. Break the rules. It's nothing new. They tried to kill me. I made the news. It's what they want. Oh, it's nothing new. I'm real discreet. I get the loot. I get the loot. I get the loot. I'm drowning inside. Girl, you alright. Girl, you alright. I'm drowning, girl, you don't lie. Cause your heart ain't up to die. See it in my eyes, see it in my eyes. Ooh, yeah.
right, that's our show, and we gotta go. But you should know you can get more of the Hood Uniform whenever you would like. Visit YouTube and follow us at All Hustle No Fear. Make sure you like and subscribe and turn on that notification button, okay? Or you can listen to me anytime. Have me all up in your head. You heard what I said. Go ahead and visit us at your favorite podcast platform or hoodunicorn.com. I'll be back, baby. Don't be sad. I'm coming back. This is All Hustle No Fear on Hits 92.3, the real definition of internet radio. Hey, Alexa, play Hits 92.3 ATL.